And getting the link, posting it everywhere.
You should just post the link to like every person, like personal chat too.
Just to make sure they get it, you know.
I actually have it set up on the StreamCord bot on my Discord, so it will automatically post it when you go live.
Awesome. Then I won't have to worry about that one.
One less thing, and now Pete will never post ever again.
I mean, I probably won't. If you said you have it set up, then
Yeah, it's there. Once it goes live, it takes a few minutes. But
yeah, it takes a little bit. You mean in the yawning portal, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's bastard. Yeah.
There you go.
And then I think that's it then. All right. Oh, and feel free to use the Twitch chat, because it is hard to see, unfortunately, when you guys like chat amongst yourselves in on the stream using Roll20.
Sure thing.
Yeah, because the text is just so small, you know. All right. Well, either way, let's jump right into this and go live. Welcome back, everyone. By that I mean us, the whole 7. I just had to count. I literally had to count how many there were of us. To roll call. So, like always, before we get started, let's get started with some character introductions. And today we will be starting with 2. Tristan, would you please introduce yourself and your character?
It's the first time I'm ever first.
I think so.
Hello, I'm Tristan. I'm playing Clover. I just had Emilio stuck in my head. I'm like, I'm definitely not playing Emilio.
Everyone switch characters today.
I'm playing Clover, who is a halfling, cleric of Liara. They almost got everyone killed this fight by not being stealthy, and is also pretty mad at Tingle for recent events involving killing an innocent person. That's where they are at this current time. Speaking of which, let's pass it over to Tingle.
Alrighty. Hello everyone, my name is Robert. I'm playing Tingle Rumbletron. He's a gnomish armor artificer and also, he's a scumbag. He recently accidentally killed a child, but he didn't put much care or faith into avoiding that. So, yeah, he's not a good guy. But recently, he almost met his comeuppance by being eaten or crushed or whatever it was by a hag. So, that's his life. He's now injured and pitiful, and also still a dirtbag. So, next I'm gonna send it off to Gia.
I'm playing Valsira, aka the Wanderer. She is a purple tiefling with black curly hair. She also wears a lot of black clothing and wears sunglasses all the time. She is a monster slayer ranger. And she's happy no one died, I guess. And annoyed with Clover. But she'll get over it because they're best friends. Alright, let's hear from Bloodbeard.
Alright, hi, I'm Ian, he, him, playing Bloodbeard, same.
Oh, forgot to do that.
Yeah, I remembered it at the very last second. I was like, wait a minute, we're missing something. He is a tiefling of the Viserial lineage. He's got 2 levels in fighter, 3 levels in rogue of the swashbuckler variety. He is in a lot of pain because he pulled his hammy. He's going through it. He's going through it right now. But at this point, the hags are dead. All he's got to do is just, I guess, I don't know, probably gonna punch Clover or something at some point. Join the crew.
They're so little.
I know.
It's fine, I'll cast haste on you so you can do it faster.
Oh no.
Action search. Okay. I guess I'll pick Adrian next.
Thanks. I am Adrian. I use he, they. I play Emilio, the Shadar-kai Drow Circle of Stars Druid. It's always so hard to remember all those words. I don't know why. He has deep purple skin, silver hair, freckles like stars, 2 different colored eyes, and a huge scar on his right eye. He is a little annoyed with Clover as well. I guess it's just an annoyed, being annoyed with Clover party now. And, yeah, I guess he's just happy that the hags are done. I fell asleep right before this stream by accident, so I'm still sleepy. And I will pass it off to our residential old man, Zubrick.
You're older than me.
Only by a few years.
I am Dylan. I play Zubrick. He is a 5th level conjuration wizard. He is a hobgoblin anthropologist. And he is currently just so sore from carrying everybody with all of his lubricant. He is pissed at Clover. He is happy to be alive. And he is very angry at everyone for not using his eggs. He spent a lot of time making those eggs.
Did you even give them to us?
I gave it to a select few who I assume could use them better than the rest.
I had one. I thought they were for the Banderhop, and I didn't really go after the Banderhop.
I understand.
Yep.
The only one person here listens to instruction, Tingle, so it's fine. Whatever. I'll pass it off to my resident Park, I guess. Peter.
Resident Park.
All right.
Yeah, just a park, the whole park.
We didn't miss anyone else, did we? I wasn't paying
I don't
attention
think
too much. Okay. Well, thank you. I am Parky Park. I'll be your DM for this homebrew campaign in the world of Særald for the foreseeable future. So I don't know, because like we might have to go on break and stuff. School sucks, you know.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant. Whenever you say that, it sounds like you think somene's gonna like do a
No.
coup and take over as DM.
No.
That's what it sounds like to me as well.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I meant it more as I hope I don't have to go on break because of
Okay.
school, but
Got it.
hopefully that won't happen. But either way, yes, this is a homebrew campaign, mostly a 5th edition with a few additional homebrew rules for like rest and such built into it. And a completely homebrew world that I have built and are continuing to build as we all make our way through this world. So I believe, Ian, you have the recap for last week.
Yes, I do. And I'm definitely not just about to make it off the top of my head.
Oh my
with
God.
the lines I managed to write out. It's not like I've been doing a charity stream all day and was like, I can wake up early and do this and then just stream. I've had the idea in my head since last time.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
I gotta do the Rumbeard. The Rumbeard voice. Jesus Christ! Have I mentioned I've been playing video games all day for a charity stream?
Yes.
Whew. Anyway.
Weird.
Rumbeard! Bloodjohn! Arr! Do re mi fa sol la ti do. Pirate voice! There we go. I saw it again. That giant vessel, looming high above us in the dark and stormy seas. The giant green serpent fluttering in the wind. I could still hear them screaming. Party pirates, Esteban, Gunderson, Rumjohn. And then just like, the captain's log just is like, there's scribbles like all kind of down the page. And there's a few pages missing. Captain's log. Welp, that was a little weird. I really can't remember the past hours? Days? I I've been having the dreams again. It's really kind of taking a toll on me. According to the others, I just started replacing parts of my body with pieces of wood and calling myself Pegleg. I played it off as land madness, and the goofy landlubbers seem to have bought it, but I am really worried about how this is all shaping up on my psyche. Maybe I need to stop on the drink. Back to business, though. We managed to corner these hags somewhere underneath the town, living in the well in some sort of system. I kind of snapped back to reality at a weird point. Not really sure, but I think the running plan is we're going to find a side entrance and get in there. Super insistent about smoking them out. I don't think that would work, but what do I know? We'll see in a little bit. Entry 2. Well, smoking them out kind of worked. We were able to find an area where there was smoke rising from the side of the village. And there was an illusion, of course. Real nasty sort of totem thing. Ended up smashing that. We all thought we were going to get hit with a death curse, but alas, it just seemed to be powering the illusion. We've got this ridiculous tree thing that's supposed to help us, but right now, I feel like we've like half given up on stealth. There's all these bones. I'm kind of writing this as I'm stepping over it. And as you turn the page, you realize the next page is just soaked with like blood and like this drippy lubricant. Either way, I've got a very good feeling about the way this battle's going. I can hear them chatting. They're talking about something with someone about their mother. Something that doesn't really matter if they die. So obviously we've got the edge there. I see some movement right around the corner of the cave, so I'm just going to probably stop writing this in a little bit. I'm in the perfect position. The others are behind me. They seem to be picking up on my signals, and so far nothing stupid's happened. After all, Clover learned from last time. There's no way they'd repeat that again.
Ah!
Anyway, I'm gonna make my move now. I will update with the results late, and then you just like literally like a pen torn off the page. You then whatchamaface it, like the next, like it looks like there's like an indentation on this page, like something heavy has landed on it, and it's just completely soaked through. And like the very, very bottom corner, it's like, note to self, get a new log.
All right. And yeah. After that moment where the journal basically ended, you all somehow managed to, with the help of the Zubloob and the entangle spell and all that, managed to basically bottle up a narrow passageway in this hag's coven and stop them from doing what they were gonna do, which was kill you all. And you made it out alive, and this is where we're picking up. So let me try.
Are we picking up like exactly where we're at in the thing?
Yes. So
right,
here
cool.
It is.
So you see Bloodbeard. Bloodbeard is like on the ground after collapsing after this. Like feeling his like rubbing his leg. You see him kind of like reach into like a breast pocket on his jacket. He pulls out this little journal. He's like, devil's blast it. And he like folds it open. He's like, fucking blood, fucking super. You see him just like write a note in the corner of like the last good page, snap it shut, and put it back in as he like stands back up.
There's a bit of a silence after that, as you see the ichor, that tiny stream of ichor still kind of clawing its way upwards. But otherwise, everyone's trying to stay relatively clear from it. You could see now that some of the Annis hag, especially, who has kind of like landed face flat into the middle of that tiny stream, you could see almost these kind of finger like tendrils that come off of the oil seem to cling and almost try to attempt to pull at the hag, except it's a little too big.
Search your pockets. Tingle's gonna stumble forward and jam the immovable rod against her shoulder so she can't like keep being dragged forward.
Okay. So you kind of lock the immovable rod in place in front of her, so she's not like moving at all. Her body's just locked in place now. Yeah. Go ahead. You see Spruce kind of looking over everyone. Was that it?
Thanks for the help, jackass.
Hey, no need to be a dick.
Is everyone still breathing?
Barely.
I think so.
Who might be her? Lauren kind of speaks up and then pulls out a small kind of vial.
I think Clover's hurt. Bloodbeard says, like right here, and he points like right at Clover's like chest. You've got a nasty wound there, friend. Bam! Just smacks you in the face.
How hard?
Hard enough that I would do 2 points of damage with my strength score.
What if you kill Clover right now? What if they were like just like this close to passing out, and then your little bullying just kills them?
That would be hilarious, but I don't think that would happen.
You hit me, and I fall back down, and my arm pretty much lays pretty close to the stream as I pull my arm in. You know what? You know what? Fair. But please don't. Can we not do this here? It's a little spooky. As I'm looking at the river of the stream that's moving.
Yeah, Lauren kind of steps over.
What's the best way to describe it?
I would say, I feel like a trickle almost. Like it's a very narrow kind of oily stream. So I guess that's still the best way to describe it, is a tiny stream that is literally clawing itself with these kind of finger-like tendrils uphill and out of this cave. Lauren steps carefully over and around Emilio and kind of reaches out and tries to hand you the little vial, an elixir of sorts. It's like, this should help. Luckily I wasn't hurt, but this is all I could do for now for healing the rest of you.
Does
I
it heal
take the
everybody?
No, he
Who-
kind of
who's he
steps
passing it
past
to?
you, Emilio. He's passing it to you, Clover.
I take it and just pass it to Bloodbeard.
No,
I take
you
it from Bloodbeard and pass it back to
you really do need this.
No, no, you. Wait, Tingle, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
Bubbling. Okay, here you go.
Tingle hobbles forward with his knee bent backwards in his armor.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is really painful, so thanks.
Tingle, can you get your armor off?
Well, I can if I sit down for a bit.
Okay.
It's not supposed to bend this way.
I do want to
You
ask,
should-
how long does the oil and the the grease spell and the entangle spell last?
Entangles down its concentration.
Yeah,
Okay.
Grease will be down, I assume, after this conversation we're having.
Sure.
Yeah, it's only a minute for each puddle.
I suddenly feel like I can cast Cure Wounds for some reason, so...
Well, that will happen like the next day, basically.
Oh man.
Let's be real. Let's just kind of keep that,
You guys want
What
to form
good
a
is it?
line? I can heal you all.
Yes, please.
Maybe not tingle, like forming a line.
Oh,
See where you are.
alright,
Tingle
I'll get in line.
to getting out his armor as well, so he can take a look at what's gone wrong with his leg.
Okay.
I'm gonna help Tingle out.
I got quick release straps, so it's mostly just the knee that's gonna be a pain getting out of.
Okay. I don't know what I can do, but just let me know. Try
Well,
to
you
make
can
it
stand
not as
up there and
painful.
it'll lean on you a lot.
Okay.
Tingle, if that bone's turned to dust, it might not be. I'm worried if you take your armor off, it might start floating around a little bit.
I can always take a look at it.
I figure either it's salvageable, or I'm just gonna kind of move my plans forward a little bit and get myself a new leg.
Your plan?
Well, and then nobody wants to have the failings of the flesh burden them anymore, so.
Yeah, that's like a feeling we've all had.
Tingle, as you're talking, you know, unlatch some of the quick release latches on your armor, and as you do, you kind of free yourself, and it looks like your leg's bent at an odd angle, but it doesn't look like it's mangled. It probably just needs to be set. It's heavily bruised and starting to swell, but yeah.
Well, good news is I'll probably not lose it. Bad news is it hurts like hell.
That's probably gonna hurt even.
Setting it.
Yeah, that's probably gonna hurt even more when you try to set it.
Lauren, do you know? I know a little bit of this.
I can help out.
Okay.
And then you could see like Aloran kind of get behind Tingle and kind of grab him to the point where he's not gonna struggle from the pain to make it worse.
Do we have anything for a splint?
Bruce kind of reaches and picks out like a nice thick branch that he snaps off.
Oh, why? Thank you.
And it's straight enough that he, can be used for a splint pretty easily. And he hands it over
Tingle.
to you.
On 3.
Give me a medicine check from Clover with advantage since Aloran is helping.
I'm doing it on 2. 1, 2.
With Aloran's help, preventing Tingle from struggling too much, you kind of pull and straighten it, and it looks straight enough now. You put the branch nearby and you grab a few kind of strips of cloth and you tie it down as best you can without hurting the rest of the area.
I don't think you'll be able to wear your armor, but it should heal straight now.
Yeah. Ow.
Tingle's just kind of slumping where he's being held.
And as you kind of slump down and there's another kind of moment of calm that washes over, you hear faintly in the background bubbling still. And not only that, a crackle of fire.
We hear a crackle of fire?
Yeah, not too far away.
Like underground?
Yeah, like a bit of wood being logs that just kind of crack and kind of collapse on each other as it's burning. That kind of sound.
Okay, I'd like to investigate that.
Okay.
I'd like to drink that potion that I was given.
Okay. It's a 2d4 plus 2 for healing.
Should I do an investigation check?
You can move your character further along the map.
Wrong rules.
You can see Snook, by the way, is kind of like on top of the Banderhob, like triumphantly kind of poking at it, curiously looking at it. But Valsira, when you go, wait.
Oh, you told me to move.
I know. When you kind of turn the corner, you see that there is a small pathway over here that leads somewhere else. It's a bit narrow and you'll probably have to squeeze through it. But down below, you could see where this massive snake skeleton kind of comes to an end. Underneath the skull of this thing that's kind of held up by a few sticks and supports is a cauldron. Large, heavy cauldron that is bubbling away with a decent amount of, fuel still underneath it, kind of keeping it bubbling. But it's overflowing, and this is where the ichor is kind of bubbling over and kind of starting to crawl up the path that you all came down of, and it's making its way all the way to the moat of the town.
Okay. What is an ichor? It's like a goo?
Yeah, it from what you all observed from creatures exiting and such like that, you saw that it had a sticky consistency, almost like tar or oil, like heavy crude oil.
Okay.
For instance, like slug slime, you could consider that ichor-like.
Yeah, but this is pretty blackened color.
So
Sounds
alternatively, congealed blood that's still liquid.
Yeah.
Even grosser. All right.
Yeah, that's what you would see as soon as you kind of turn the corner.
Okay.
You could see otherwise. I will say you could see otherwise. There are kind of ignore the eggs you see on the map. They just came with it. You would see some tarp and some living conditional spaces that have been kind of put together, and it looks livable, not comfortable in this area as well. But yeah.
Can I continue?
Yeah.
Bloodbeard can continue with me.
Yep, I'm coming.
Oh no.
Okay, Valsira, when you go down further, you see a few things. Right here, there is a well, other than the 3 bodies that you see, 2 of them look a lot paler, like they've been dead a while.
Oh, they're dead.
Yes. One
Are
of them
they-
looks familiar and is actually the sheriff. There's still kind of a flushness to his face, but he doesn't seem responsive. And not only that, there's something odd, as right before them, hanging about 7 feet high, is a bird cage. Let me just pull up some stuff.
Back up. Since you mentioned the bird cage.
Yeah, a bird cage, a shoddy little bird cage made of sticks and twine, is hanging aloft 7 feet, that is connected to what looks like a few wooden support beams that's at an odd angle, that's hanging partially over the bodies.
Is there a bird inside?
It's a little high, but when you kind of stretch your neck and kind of look into it, not a bird, but there's a jar with an eye in it.
The fuck? Okay. But I can pass underneath it and try to resuscitate the sheriff.
Yeah, I mean, the birdcage is hanging high enough that you can avoid the birdcage entirely and probably pull these people away, or do whatever you want. Try to resuscitate, whatever you want to
Okay.
try.
All right, so you said the sheriff looks maybe alive and the other 2 look dead.
Yeah, the other 2 definitely look dead. There are a few odd things to note, because your passive perception is what, like, I believe it's 13?
It's 15.
Okay. With the 15, you would instantly notice that with the dead individuals, there's something odd about them. There's a few holes in their clothing, and not only that, there are a few markings on the skin. Odd kind of circular markings that seem to be like something has bit in through it in some sort of way. By the way, Bloodbeard, since you're pretty close behind, with your passive perception being 13, yeah, you would notice at least the injuries of the dead individuals, and you would also notice that the sheriff is alive, just unconscious.
That beard will limp over. Well, at least it looks like the person who's supposed to pay us is still alive.
You already
Should
took all
probably
the
do
money.
something. We already did?
Yeah, you took the money.
It must have
Yeah.
been when I blacked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were busy replacing your legs with peg legs. All right, so
Is that why I have 5 platinum in my inventory?
I believe so.
okay. So well, let's see if he's alive. I'm not sure if he is.
Oh no, he's totally alive.
How do you know?
I see it with my eyes.
Yeah, he's still breathing.
Oh, you said earlier that it wasn't totally clear if he was alive.
Well, because when you guys got closer, you would see it, is what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Do you want to check on them, and I'll try to blow out the fire to this cauldron?
Sure. Too bad I can't cast Cure Wounds yet.
Wait,
Okay.
hold up. Out of character, because there's somebody good to play it. Doesn't somebody have a wind fan? Or is that a different game?
Clover.
Used to.
Oh,
what
do you not have any more?
No.
What happened to it?
I dropped it during the first peg fight. I went back to where the kid died, And then
And-
when we went to look for the fan, it was gone.
That's true. It is true. Yeah.
Hey Zubrik, do you want to help me look through these guys? It's gonna be kind of like old times.
He gives you a look and like a small nod and heads forward and starts going through them.
So Tingle and Zubrik, you guys are gonna rummage through the bodies of the three hags, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Aloran's gonna real quick just keep an eye out on Snuck, and Spruce is just gonna kind of stay behind with them. So Bloodbeard and Valsira are gonna deal with the sheriff and the body and the weird birdcage, I guess. And Clover and Amelia, what are you two doing?
Emilio's huffing because apparently nobody wants his healing.
That's true. Amelia literally set the
I
line up,
wanted it, but
and nobody lined up.
Nobody wants his
I-
healing, and they're not going to
I-
get his healing.
I said that I lined up, but then you didn't respond.
I
So I
didn't
just
hear
walked
you.
away.
He's gonna go stand in this corner,
I'll come and get healing.
I'm
in a
gonna
minute.
go toward Amelia.
upside down.
I like this situation. Who wants healing? I do. Nobody wants it.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I have a soft voice sometimes.
So Amelia, Clover, and Aloran are just kind of keeping an eye out on the Banderhob and Snuck. Okay, that's the case. Let's do Zubrik and Tingle first, because we'll say this is happening as Valsira and Bloodbeard have found the bodies.
Okay.
Zubrik, Tingle, which body are you going through first?
The nearest one?
Okay, so
So
that's
is that
By the
green
slime?
hag the same one we saw the first time?
it. She looks similar from what you remember.
I'm going to her first.
Okay. You head over to her. Tingle, I'm guessing you said the nearest one, so you're gonna start rummaging too.
Yep.
Give me a investigation check, but if you guys are gonna take your time, that's fine too. Then
Yeah.
okay.
I'm going to take my time.
Yeah, I'll just take my time.
All right.
Get real acquainted with these corpses.
So just kind of like rummaging through every bit that you kind of know where they might hide stuff. So let's go with
Also
Zubrik.
checking through any teeth that might be valuable. Because I don't care about pulling out teeth of the recently deceased.
All right, I'm gonna pull you all separately as you find stuff, and if you do find things that you want help with other people and you want to let them know, I will just kind of move you back.
Alrighty.
So first, Dylan. Okay, so Zubrik, when you start rummaging through the green hag, she has a lot of kind of useless trinkets and baubles, like tied around her neck in a necklace form, and around in her hair, kind of in these tangled weaves that are messy and kind of gross to kind of pick more at. You don't see anything unique that stands out, but something in her back pouch is open. As you kind of poke and prod at it, it's something familiar that you saw, and it definitely gets your attention. It's 3 dried newts, all covered in this familiar white powder.
Hell yeah. I also I sent you like a message real quick
Okay.
for the sake of the level up.
Okay.
If you want to take a look.
Let's see. Okay. Got it. So yeah, your magic wise, their magic is strange. And
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go for weird and just start pulling things out that look peculiar.
yeah.
They'll press
Okay.
later.
All right. You find segments of little bones or pieces, what looks like things have been engraved into him or kind of painted on with this weird, like black ichor ink, that have these partially finished runes. They don't look like modern arcanic runes that are very well studied, and you've studied a lot of them also, so you know how they behave. Instead, these are old. They're coarse. They are rough runes that must affect the weave in some sort of manner. You just don't know how. Other than these other trinkets on her body, that's all you would find that she has. I'm gonna
All right.
move you back as I
For the sake of being a dick to these hags, I'm taking her eyes.
okay. You just kind of like reach in with like a dagger or something on, try not to
No,
break
with my fingers.
with your finger. Yeah, you just reach in. Give me a survival check for each of those.
Sure.
See if you pop them or not. Gross. Yeah, you. Yep, pop. You remove a few eyes, no problem.
And they go into a glass vial.
Okay. There's nothing in the vial. You're probably gonna want to fill it with some preserving fluids if you want to keep them for long. But for now, they're in the glass
pick
vial.
something up later.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that works.
All right. Tingle. You start going through
Alrighty.
the Annis Hag's body. While Lauren, Clover, and Amelia are kind of all talking in the corner, and you see Zubrik kind of going to work on the body, the Green Hag's body. There's a few things you notice pretty off the bat. Throughout their body, they have odd trinkets and baubles. Not a lot of them that seem like they're worth anything. You've picked your way through enough bodies and, dead remains that you know what to look for. However, let's see. There's two things that you notice.
Okay.
One is, or three things you notice. One is when you kind of adjusted her with the immovable rod, you saw something kind of thud out of one of her pouches onto the ground. So you didn't really bring it up to everyone because you're like, what was that? It might have been some gold. Who knows? So you quickly kind of shift her body a little away from whatever this was, and you could see a round stone, just like any other stone, but it's almost perfectly round, very smooth, not rough and coarse like a lot of the other trinkets and baubles she has. And it's not attached to her. She had it separated. And not only that, when you move her body away, you see it start to roll on its own. And it's going uphill even. Not downhill, uphill. Are you going to grab it or are you going to let it keep going?
Is it rolling towards her body or towards
No, it's rolling just up and like in your direction, almost out, like the opposite direction you guys came in. It's rolling in that direction.
Obviously magic item, potential for cursed terrible trap.
You could let
Money runs out.
Okay, so
Tingle grabs it.
okay, you grab it. It feels like a normal weighted stone, and you're like, and it's sizable, about like a softball size, So you're like, I mean, it's odd. It was rolling.
Do I recognize it from like any magical texts or runes I've seen? Has it been recorded anywhere or something similar?
I'll say, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana.
Okay, no. You're like, that's odd. A self-rolling stone, and it's going uphill. Doesn't feel cursed. Like pocket.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at it later. Maybe I can use it to power something.
Exactly. Next two things you would find is, one is woven into kind of a bit of her tangled mess of what you might call a hair. You see other kind of, adornments that are weaved into it, but this one sticks out. It's a shrunken head, almost dwarvish in feature from what you can tell, still with the full beard and everything. It's still tangled in there pretty well. So removing this is going to require some finesse.
I'm just gonna chop off her hair.
Okay. You cut her hair around it, like pretty safely around it. You have this kind of mangled, tangled mess of hair, but in the middle of it is this shrunken dwarven head, which kind of sticks out from the rest of the things you've seen. You're looking at it.
Is it old?
Yes, it looks pretty old. I mean, it's shriveled. Not that old. Like, it looks old.
But not old.
Yeah, not like ancient, like the unknown To the layman, kind of old, not like that. And the third thing is on a part of the like her wooden staff that she kind of had. The tip of the staff is locked. Is holding what looks like a blackening silvered skull. Not full. It doesn't have a jaw. As when you only notice it because she's fallen and you're looking, and it looks like through the bramble of the branches that are holding this thing together, there is this silvered blackened skull. When you look at it, you're like, that has to be something. There's something about it.
I mean, worst case scenario, it's just a silver skull, and that's still worth something. So.
Exactly. So, what are you doing?
Well, let's see. It's in a staff, and I don't really care about preserving the staff unless, of course, it's some magical artifact, but I don't use anything like that because that's not interesting, so... I'm gonna keep prestidigitating little tiny files and cutting through the tip of that staff to just pop off the top of it.
Okay. So you get a little file by prestidigitating and conjuring up this little file. And as you like...
carpenter's tools. I do have those. So I can use those.
And as you kind of like cut away at some of these branches, there's a of like bits of dust that kind of come off the breaking of these branches, like little spores of sorts. You need to make me a wisdom save.
Is this against magic?
No, this is more nature based.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sorry.
Wisdom. Alrighty. Hey.
Okay. It's not for a lot longer. It's only for a minute, but you are frightened of everything right now. You look around, like your visions kind of start to darken around the edges. Your heartbeat almost kind of magnifies, then pulses your vision as your heartbeat starts to begin to race. As you look up and you saw where Zubrik once was, is not Zubrik. It's another like Banderhob that's literally digging through the organs and eating through what's left of the green hag. You look back where Alorn and Clover are, and again, horrors.
Tingle tries to crawl underneath and hide underneath the body.
Okay. I will move you back. All right. So I will say, Zubrik, Clover, and Emilio, you would all notice this. As Tingle's messing with what looks like the staff of the Anishag, he all of a sudden, like, something happens and he kind of jolts. He looks, yep, he's looking around and he starts screaming, and he literally is trying to dig himself underneath into, like, to hide underneath the Anishag. The thing is, that's where the stream of the Ichor is. That's crawling itself uphill.
I'm gonna run over and try to restrain Tingle.
Okay, Tingle, you have a mangled leg, but you're just doing the best you can, quickly running away from what you see. Something just rushes at you as Clover, you come over, grabbing at the flailing legs of Tingle's armor, one obviously still broken.
Oh, I'm not grabbing the legs because I know he has a broken leg. I'm just gonna try to grab the arms to stop the flailing.
Okay.
Zubrik, what's going on? That's an 8.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, he's continuing to claw himself deeper into this kind of...
He puts something into a vial really quick. He gets up and sprints over to help, I guess.
Okay.
Emilio's gonna walk up and he's just gonna cast Thorn Whip.
On Tingle?
On Tingle.
Got it. Yep. A lash of bright, like, spiky starlight lashes out, wraps around Tingle's waist, and literally you yank him. What was it? 10 feet, right? 10 feet closer. So, yeah. Luckily, keeping him away from this Ichor that seems to be clinging on to the Anishag still. But Tingle, as soon as you pull him over, Tingle, what you see, I'll just say you imagine what you want to see, but something has literally pulled you close to it and now have surrounded you. Basically, Emilio's like right behind you. There's but there's something right behind you and two things in front of you that are just have surrounded you.
Is he holding the staff?
No, the staff
Okay.
is still on the ground. He was messing with it.
I didn't notice that.
Okay.
You're not gonna get me!
Tingle's gonna just stand there and raise his shield and dodge.
Okay. So he's trying to.
whack him. Whack him with the staff.
You're gonna whack him with the staff.
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit anyways, but still.
Yeah.
doesn't hit.
There,
Yes.
you remembers.
You're trying to whack him, but he's agile and well protected enough with his shield up, and he's just like, no.
I'm so
Look over to
tired.
Zubrik.
I can hold him so I can just
I th-
knock him out.
I think we need to knock him out before he hurts himself even further.
As you're looking up to say that, I'm already launching a firebolt at him.
All right. Again, like with him
goddamn.
dodging, it's hard to aim. He's right in front of you, but it's still hard to aim, and it deflects off some of his armor. So yeah.
All right. Let's incapacitate him. I'm gonna run up and try to pour the ipecac down his throat.
I'll pepper egg his face while he's doing that.
Okay, you take the egg and you chuck it, or I guess you just like try to smash it into his face. Clover.
Yeah, I just throw it at his face.
Okay, just give me an attack then. A ranged attack.
Sure. Dex, right? 5. Oof.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Tingle avoids it, blocking it with his shoulder instead. Zubik, you run up, and I'll say with you all surrounding him, and now Aloran kind of stepping in to help, like try to like restrain him. Zubik, you can pour the ipecac down his throat.
Cool, I get to use it.
Yeah, use the pepper egg.
By the way, this is terrifying. Imagine for you, it's. Oh, actually, I have a great thing. I'm gonna pull you back for this. Yeah, sorry. So for you, you've seen a similar scene like this before. Preparing the sacrifices, obviously. But instead, from what you're visioning, the elders in front of you, the other cult members are around you. They are holding you down, and you're just shouting and screaming like you got the wrong guy. You're not supposed to be sacrificed. You're not a stranger,
Mm-hmm.
But they're not listening. And you could see that they begin to pour this liquid like all over your face, and some definitely make it down your throat, and you're just kind of choking, coughing, hacking. It's a nightmare. Okay, I think Dylan's gone, but yeah, as Zubrik basically pours the ipecac down, basically coating Tingle, a lot of it making down his throat. He's struggling. He's definitely freaking the fuck out right now. But soon enough, what was it?
Can I whack him again?
Yeah, you can whack him with them holding. I'll just say it's an even roll.
I already had it at disadvantage.
It's 16, and I'm guessing his armor's gonna block it anyways, right?
Yep.
Yeah, as you smack him, but it just kind of bounces off his armor. Tingle, you feel the pretty immediate effect of this agent as you start feeling nauseous, the room starting to spin, and you just want to hurl.
Let's roll that dice and see whose shoes are getting coated.
Emilio
Let's see,
takes a
there
big
are-
step back.
How many people are there around me? 3, 4?
4, so just roll a d4.
1d4.
1, 2.
Okay, second person. Aloran's getting his shoes coated.
Yep. Shins down his shoes, coated in vomit. Roll. I'll say roll 2 more really quick, and then afterwards we'll go to Bloodbeard and Valsira dealing with the. Okay, towards Emilio, but Emilio stepped back. And again, Aloran, as Aloran's trying to like hold you down just to like not
Go
have you
back
freak
in the
out.
corner and talk to Amelia.
Okay. So yeah, Bloodbeard, Valsira.
Yeah.
As you make it over there and you find the bodies, things there are sounds, loud sounds coming from the other end, but it sounds like some nonsense that your allies are getting into again.
Well, it sounds like Tingle's doing something stupid, so I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, what else is new?
All right, what do you think we can do about this fire? We don't have the wind fan anymore.
How big of a fire is it?
It's not that big. I mean, it's enough to keep a large cauldron boiling. So, and it's bright enough that it's lighting this whole area, but it's not like huge. And it's a normal fire. Seems like a normal fire from what you could tell.
Could we knock over the cauldron?
See, I was thinking that, but given that whatever is from the cauldron is creating the creepy grabby juice, I don't want to flood this entire area with it. I just get sucked into juice land.
Okay, I guess that's a fair point.
I mean, I could just try to reach into the fire, and I mean, you could too, I guess. I mean, we're both tieflings. I've got a water skin. I could try to start squirting it.
Can tieflings just touch fire?
Well, they're fire resistant.
I mean, it hurts a lot less than if there's other folks trying to touch fire.
Guess I haven't tried. All right, well,
we'll go on a bender sometime. You'll definitely try it.
Okay, can't wait. Trying to think if I have anything that would.
Well, I could just I could start reaching like at the far end of the logs and just pull them out.
Yeah, you reach the ones that
Sure.
aren't fully lit or have turned to embers, and you just kind of quickly drag a few of the fires out, the logs
Okay.
out, and just kind of like roll around in the more moist earth here, which puts them out pretty quick. And eventually, with both of you at it, I'll say you managed to put out the fire pretty easily.
All right.
The cauldron continues to bubble without the fire.
Well, I don't like that.
The sheriff is still breathing, but still in the corner. Valsira, you see kind of the whole setup, like I said, still with the bodies and that whole thing. The bird cage.
Okay, well, I think to go any further with the sheriff, we need someone with some healing abilities. But
I
with
mean,
these,
we could just try to see if he wakes up. I can kind of like shake him a little bit.
sure.
Maybe
Give
give
it
us
a
a
shot.
water.
All
Yeah,
right,
Bloodbeard's gonna go over and take out his water skin and just try to give it a little bit of not like dump it down, so we're just
Just kind of like trickle around his face, like splash.
around the face, like
Yeah.
wake up, wake up.
Yeah, give it a little slap on the cheeks, like come on.
Yeah, just a little light, like
He seems unresponsive.
Okay.
Bloodbeard, you're getting close to the sheriff, and Valsira, Bloodbeard kind of goes in. There's a few weird noises directly above you.
From the eye.
No, around in that direction, I'll say. Light scratching, kind of some moving, like, yeah, I'll say scratching mostly.
Juno.
Juno.
Let me roll something to see if something happens.
What?
I'm rolling to see if something happens.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah. That's all that you would hear. Some odd
Bloodbeard
scratching
looks
sound.
up. He's gonna kind of drag the sheriff away from that bird cage.
Okay. You drag the sheriff away from the bird cage, and I'll say sheriff is right here. You manage to move him like away from it.
What is up with that thing? I kind of want to say shoot it, but I don't know.
I'm afraid that could make things worse.
I could start shaking it.
Can you reach it? It's like 7 feet up.
I mean, the bottom's here, right? It's right? Is that
Okay,
is that
so
right? It's like,
no. The bird cage is hanging from wooden supports that seem barely supported themselves. And
where's like the base of the support? Are they just
they're kind of attached to what look like two walls. And now that you are looking for whether they're supported, the wooden support themselves is supported on a hinge, and the bird cage is in the middle, keeping the whole balance of the thing. Disturbing the bird cage will probably disturb the supports, but there's something like the above supports, I mean, but there's something making sounds on top of the support that you all heard.
Bloodbeard like starts like thinking if there's like, wait a minute, weren't there rot grubs involved in this?
Rot grubs?
Yeah. The
yeah,
tree.
yeah.
Like, is this like some sort of crappy hag trap? Like we go over to the body and then the bird cage falls down and we just get grubbed.
I mean, I don't think the grubs can eat us, but if you want to play it safe, we can pull the bodies away from this zone.
Yeah. I don't feel like dealing with any grubs. I'll drag the sheriff back a little bit more. We can
Okay.
get these other corpses.
Okay.
We should. Oh wait, the holes! Oh no! Ah!
Oh no, are
Can
they full?
Bloodbeard inspect the holes in the body to see if they're like the holes that were on the tree or on the ends?
Yes, I'll give you advantage because you are making a connection of sorts. So roll it with advantage.
What would I roll for this?
I would say medicine. Yeah,
Okay.
medicine.
Dermatology.
Okay.
Oh, thank God for the advantage.
Yeah. So you look over the bodies, and yeah, they have oddly shaped circular wounds. Not a ton of bleeding, but when you kind of getting close, you hear sounds even within the bodies.
All right, I don't like this. Maybe we should just like, I don't know. I want to pick. I feel like we should throw them in the pot or something stupid, but I don't want to get close. I'm scared now.
Yeah, I thought we should bring these back to the town to, like, take them to their loved ones, but I'm almost feeling like we should just burn them at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's a certain kind of fun funeral we do in the sea sometimes. Where you take a dinghy, yet you push them out and you set it on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Does the sheriff have these holes too?
The sheriff, are you gonna examine his body?
If I have to, yeah.
Okay. You kind of do give me a medicine check. Just see if there's anything else wrong with him on top of it. Bro, you do a quick scan. You don't think that there are like any injuries similar to the ones that you see on the corpses.
But, could mean anything with a 4.
Well,
All right.
that's not, that's metagaming. You don't know you rolled a 4.
Yeah.
You only know that the description I told you.
Wanderer, do you have a torch? I can go take another one of Clover's or another 2 of Clover's.
I think I do. Yes,
Actually,
I do.
let's look at these logs. Hopefully we didn't fuck them up too bad. I could just try to light one and throw it at them.
Well, okay, not the sheriff though.
Yeah, not the sheriff.
You moved the sheriff kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
All right, Bloodbeard's gonna use his tinderbox and light one of the end.
Yeah.
Try to light one of the logs.
You gather a few of the logs back together, you light them up, and it takes a bit of time. And now it seems to, other than the sounds of vomit coming from the entrance that you guys came from,
That sounds juicy.
God damn it.
you have lit logs of fire, logs of flame, and you kind of bring it over to the bodies.
Bloodbeard's like dual wielding. He's just gonna like give it a little thing, just throw them on the bodies.
Yep. And they're, it's a bit moist down here, but you could see their clothing start to catch a flame. Eventually the body.
Wander, have you ever burnt a body before?
No, haven't really had an occasion to do so. Why?
I should have warned you. They don't smell very good when they're on fire.
Well, nothing smells very good down here to begin with. So.
Humanoid flesh in particular doesn't smell very good when it's on fire.
Well, thanks for the warning. What are we gonna do about that? Huh?
He's gonna pop off his hat and put it over his heart. Oh, were you saying? I was gonna ask if you were gonna say any words. For the funeral. I don't even remember who these people are, so
I don't think Pete told us. Pete, why did I call you Pete? I don't think Peter told us.
I was like, did you tell us? Do we know who these bodies are?
A family went missing with a kid.
Oh
Remember
Guess
that?
whose sword you have?
Well, family, we never met. Thank you for the sword. I can't really use it. I guess I'll be taking your belongings now. You're in a better place, and they're in a better place, which will be my wallet. Ooh, I wonder if Tingle's really messed up. He might forget about it. All right, if that's the case, Wanderer, you and I, we could split 50-50.
Okay, great. That's the worst eulogy I've ever heard.
I'm not a man of. I don't know these people. Like, I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I'm
Okay.
sorry I'm setting your corpses on fire in a hag den underneath the town. Like,
Okay.
I'm sorry that I considered throwing your corpses into that boiling pot that's magically still boiling over there.
By the way, I will say what Bloodbeard was saying. The last sentence that he was saying loud enough that the rest of you can hear it down the hall.
About the burning corpses.
Yeah, and at this point, the smell's definitely getting, making its way up.
If Tingle wasn't currently vomiting, he'd be feeling hungry.
Oh no.
Christ, I forgot.
Maybe
Yeah.
this will trigger like a thing every time you smell human flesh. Now that's bacon. You'll start throwing up.
Yeah.
Why everything tastes like bacon? Oh no!
But yeah,
Pavlovian.
so yeah, I will kind of bring it back to the rest of you all. Amelia and Clover
Tingle-
were talking, right?
Is Tingle like doubled over?
Oh yeah, Tingle's doubled over. I will say by now what you were seeing has kind of worn off, but you're still basically emptying as much shit from your stomach as possible.
So, Emilio, and I'm looking over to Tingle. He's fine. You did quite well in the fight. Did you take down the banner hog all by yourself?
Probably not by myself. I know Spruce had to pull me out of the mouth at one point, so could have been worse.
I'm pretty sure everyone's quite mad at me.
Oh yeah.
It's reasonable.
Why did you do that? Why didn't you just wait for us to help you?
Everyone else went down by themselves, so I didn't expect anyone to help me.
So you took a flying leap?
And yeah, and then
Even if you had made that jump, you would have made a ton of noise just landing.
I didn't think that far through.
Yeah, maybe you need to start thinking a little bit further than the moment you are living in.
Yeah,
You could
might not
see
be a bad idea.
as you're talking, Snuck kind of like crawls over the banner hop and it takes the hatchet that you gave him, Clover, and you could see him like literally trying to break off one of the teeth with the hatchet, like with the banner hop. Looks over at you and then like he's happy that you gave him the hatchet now.
You asked about healing. I wouldn't mind some. Bloodbeard almost took me out when he hit me.
Yeah, that's why he's getting no healing. I know we all kind of want to slap you sometimes, but there's no excuse. He's gonna give Clover a healing word level 1.
Okay.
Oh, not healing word, cure wounds.
All right.
He lays a hand on their shoulder.
You're healed. You're healed, little one.
Thank you. How have you been?
I've
You
been
know?
fine. I mean, I was in a banded hob's mouth. They do not.
I'm
brush
just
their
talking about
teeth.
this whole situation.
Oh, I don't really care about this situation. I wanted to like leave this place basically since we got here.
I didn't realize how terrible it would have been, but I'm with you. I never want to go to a swamp again.
Yeah, it stinks here, and I was not crazy about doing this for the money. People here are really mean. I don't really like to mess around in things that I have no business in.
You
Well,
smell that?
that's not exactly true. Basically anything supernaturally, which is exactly what happened here. But we're okay.
You smell that? It smells like burning flesh.
I mean, it smells like burning. I don't know what burning flesh smells like.
I think those hags might have been having a cook-off.
Why?
You'll be
okay,
fine.
I don't understand Tingle knowing this. Why do you know this, Clover?
Lauren's like rubbing Tingle's back, tapping it.
Zubrik heads back over to the hags.
Okay.
Well, check out a silver skull one had Zubrik.
Oh my god. Does anybody have silence that they can cast on Tingle?
No, I wish.
I'm both proud of what I created and terrified at how effective it is. Lauren's saying as he's rubbing Tingle's back. You made the Pekak, so yeah. Dylan, you said you head over to the hag's bodies.
Yeah, I give Tingle's armor like a slap, like a keep doing you, and I walk back to the other hags.
Okay. We'll cover you after Amelia and Clover kind of talk it through.
I just kind of say out into the cave. I'm ready to leave when anyone else is. I kind of don't like this place.
It's gross and it smells down here, and Tingle vomited everywhere.
Agreed.
We're having a funeral.
Well, have it outside.
It's too late.
Why can't we bury them?
They are
Don't
burning.
worry about it.
This place doesn't have great ventilation. Why are you burning them down here?
Security risk.
Yes.
Or I get some terrible lung disease by breathing in fumes of humanoid flesh. I'm gonna leave the cave.
Actually, when the smell and the smoke kind of started billowing your direction, Spruce has like looked uneasy and started to leave anyways, so you could kind of follow him out
I'll follow
at this
them.
point.
There's
Is the
also-
cauldron still going?
Yeah.
Is the cauldron still going?
Yes, it's still bubbling.
Also,
Wait, hold up. Don't
Yeah.
leave yet. We're not done. We need something. We need
It
help.
smells terrible in here.
Yeah, but the cauldron's still going.
Can we just deal with it later?
No. I don't
No?
know. It might flood the whole town.
I don't know, tip
I-
it over.
I am on the
Well,
verge of
the-
passing out, and I have no spells. I don't want to deal with something I can't deal with.
I can help. Tingle starts standing up and spitting into the sludge as he's walking.
You back off. You are gross and you're just gonna vomit all over the cauldron.
Tingle,
That
come
might
throw up
help.
in the cauldron. That might
Yeah.
help.
That might help.
Get some fresh air.
First, I can clean myself, kind of. And Tingle snaps his fingers, and a little spider, mechanical spider, pops out of his armor, wearing a maid outfit with a little Febreze-style spray, and starts spraying it around his body and on his face where his vomit is.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
He prestidigitates himself clean.
All right. I will say so. Amelia and Tingle are making their way deeper into the to help Bloodbeard and Valsira. Zubrik is looking at the bodies. Clover, are you leaving or are you staying?
I'm gonna be leaving. I'll
Okay.
just be at the entrance, though.
Okay.
I'll like start a fire and start my short rest.
All right. Aloran will join you then, I'll say. So, all right. Zubrik, you are messing with the sea hag, right?
Yes. I'm making sure not to look at its face, just in case.
Okay. Well, I will pull you aside then. Okay. You start rummaging through the sea hag, careful, trying to avoid looking at the face just in case its horrible visage scares you still. You kind of cover it up with some of by moving some of her kind of wet, scraggly hair over it, trying to not look at it.
And
And
I make the comment as I pull the hair over, maybe in another life.
as you start looking through all her belongings, you notice that something catches your eye along the necklace. And I'll say you're taking your time just like the other two, so that's why I'm not asking for checks. But yeah, there is an oddly pretty pearlescent shell, a small conch shell, between some of the more kind of gnarly looking baubles on her necklace.
Okay. Is the necklace like a string necklace or?
It looks like it's made of hair that's been
Okay.
like tangled and, you know.
If I can figure out how to untie it, I will. If not, I'll just yank it off the neck.
Okay, yeah. You untying it, you probably need to cut it more
Okay.
because it's just kind of a tangled mess. But, you know, you could free it and you see that out of all the other kind of oddities, this is the only thing that seems clean, that seems more pristine and well kept, you know. You look at it and there's, again, it's very pretty and it looks like it almost has these like little bulbs of pearls that have naturally grown along some of the ridges on the conch shell. Otherwise, since you're looking through the hags, you notice what Tingle was messing with when you kind of glance over where he was before, and now semi-covered in vomit. You see the end of a staff that Tingle has cut away a few of the branches of this kind of tumbleweed-like mess that's holding. Now that you can see, you know, now that you're paying attention, see blackening silvered skull. It doesn't have a jaw. And through its eyes and nose and even near its temples, you can see this kind of black, oily ichor. Not less ichor, more wax-like substance that are piled and kind of some dripped out, but have kind of piled in those areas. It definitely looks odd and interesting from what you can tell, and it stands out from anything else she does have on her.
I'll grab some of my scarf to like take it off. Is it like attached to the staff, part of the staff, or
No,
is it
it's not attached to the staff. The bramble bunch that Tingle was messing with is holding it in place. He cut away a nice chunk of it, but you probably need to either break it free or reach in, tear it out, something.
Can I just like it's attached to the bramble and the bramble's attached to the staff?
Yes, yeah.
Can I find the point where they're attached and just firebolt it off and
yeah, absolutely.
put it in my bag?
Yeah. You can firebolt kind of like the bramble, trying to avoid the skull, you know.
You said it was like a silver skull?
Yes, it's a blackening silvered skull that doesn't have a jaw. The skull looks vaguely humanoid. It looks like it has these kind of like parts where it look like horns that have been cut, but then silvered. Yeah, and then you take that and you pocket it, you know.
Okay, and I wanted to take the eyes of the other two hags as well.
Okay, and you're gonna cut off the Annis hag's head, right?
I'm gonna cut off all three.
Okay, you cut off all three. It's gonna take some time to do that, so
that's fine. They're doing their thing, so I figure I have all this time to do it.
Okay.
He's frustrated though as he's doing this. Like, went down to a cave. All they did was slip on the grease. Nobody appreciated it.
Nobody appreciated the grease.
They'd all be dead if it wasn't for me.
All right. Okay.
User. Oh, never mind.
So
Later.
I'm gonna kind of move away from the map for now. Just kind of go back to the role play. So Clover, you leave and you see Lauren is kind of trying to is talking to Spruce, you know, kind of calming him down that there's no fire, don't worry, you know, it's all okay. As the other four of you, so Emilio, Tingle, Bloodbeard, and Valsira are making their way, have made their way deeper into the cave, and I'm gonna give you a quick description of what's going on. So the cauldron, now with the fire gone, is still bubbling over, with the oily substance kind of clawing themselves out of the cauldron, clawing themselves further out of the cave. It doesn't seem to be getting any worse, but doesn't seem to be getting any better. You would also notice, just having a quick look around, there are temporary living quarters that have been built in here. Kind of softer material used for bedding in one corner, and you know that and a few corners actually of the room, where it seemed like each of the hag kind of had their own small space in this crowded area. You would see two of the bodies now burning over here. I know I'm not using the map, but over to the right of the kind of room, and the sheriff leaned up against the wall behind Bloodbeard. You could see over the bodies of the two burning remains is a precariously balanced upper support that doesn't seem to be supporting the earth at all, that has a rope that's hanging down that is holding a bird cage, about a wooden bird cage about 7 feet up, and inside the bird cage is a jar with an eye in it. Otherwise you would see that there is a few kind of supplies over here, like a few kind of broken boxes and barrels in one corner of the room, and in the other, like I said, some sleeping areas. So yeah, you all can take it away. Zubrick's gonna be busy dealing with looking through the bodies, and Clover, you're out of there right now. So
Well, I can maybe give us some idea of what stuff in here is important. And just give me a sec. I gotta kind of recalibrate some stuff. A lot of this is kind of broken.
And Tingle will start ritual casting Detect Magic.
okay. You start casting Detect Magic, and the first thing that you would notice right away is that the jar in the birdcage, magical.
That's magic.
Second thing you would notice, the cauldron is magical.
The cauldron that's bubbling without any flame is also magic.
The third one is, the third thing that you would notice is just looking, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just looking, there's a slight glow from what looks like half a barrel that's, broken. It seems like there's some liquid or water in it that you can see, but there's a slight dim glow coming from the water itself.
What school of magic is it?
When you approach it, it's relatively clear water. And when you look into it, there's something at the bottom that's glowing, and it's not the whole thing, but the I'm gonna give you the description so you can kind of get what it looks like. It looks like a large conch shell, quite large, natural looking, but at the where the hole should be is like a sphere, almost kind of used as a stopper, kind of plugged into that, and that sphere is magical.
Hey guys, there's something magic in this barrel, but I wouldn't recommend touching the liquid because there's also a bit of magic in that, I think.
No. The liquid was glowing because of the glowing effect from the
It
magic.
was refracting the magic. Ugh. Anyways, so yeah, there's some magic stuff in here. So, can someone have me tip of this barrel over?
Wait, why don't? Can we just reach in and grab it?
I mean, you can. My arms are kind of short.
It's half
I'll
a barrel,
reach
so either of you can reach it. It's not that deep,
I mean, my arm's about a foot long.
That's true.
Bloodbeard will limp in and reach down.
Okay,
He'll reach down and grab the thing.
What are you grabbing?
The conch shell that
Okay.
has the orb, right?
Yeah. So, what are you grabbing?
Are they not one?
I need to know what you're grabbing. I'm just gonna say that flatly.
Which one's bigger?
The
What
conch
is
shell.
the grip part? He's gonna grab the conch shell.
Okay, you grab the conch shell. There's a decent heft to it. It's a quite large conch shell. When you kind of lift it up, and when it gets out of the water, it's obviously heavier. Yeah, you're looking at it. It's pretty. Someone might buy it as an ornament in their home, but the sphere, it's a weird, oddly blackened looking, like black looking sphere. And it looks like it has these kind of rough bumps on it, but from what you could tell, there's like nothing too weird about it other than the fact that it's just used as a way to like block the hole of the conch shell. Doesn't look natural.
What does this thing do, Tingle?
I'm not sure, but can I look a little closer and see what school of magic it is?
Bit of abjuration and illusion.
Well, there's abjuration and illusion, so there's a chance that it'll make you go crazy and make you like get thrown into a wall.
Do you think we could use it to try and stop the cauldron from bubbling?
Possibly, but I'd really not recommend like messing around with magic when you actually don't know what it is, because that's a great way to have your head explode.
Fair enough.
I'm going to say the cauldron is giving off transmutation.
Oh, transmutation. That's Zubrik's specialty, you know.
Where is
That's
I
a
think he's
good
back
question.
there.
Zubrik, you probably could hear it. You're probably done with what you're doing.
All right. He will saunter over, and there are
Yeah.
three heads tied to his waist.
with what tied to your waist?
Three
Hag's
heads.
head.
Nice.
So what was that,
That's
Tingle?
really something. Oh, there's the cauldron over here. It's transmutation magic, and I figured that was kind of one of your big things you do a lot. So
Oh yeah. Let me just conjure a transmutation stone, you piece of shit, and I'll conjure a stone and throw it at you. Conjuration. 10 years.
What are you?
I'll
what
check
is
it out.
What is your problem?
I'm not sure, but
So what are you checking?
I'll take a look at whatever they're drawing me attention to.
Okay. You probably pointing to the cauldron, right? That's what you guys were talking about recently.
Yes.
All right, I'll take a look.
Okay. The cauldron, it's still bubbling without any source of heat.
All right, simple enchantment. What's the problem here?
I believe that this cauldron is what's causing the Black River Viker to flood into the moat. I don't want to kick it over because I feel like doing that could open up something terrible. I'm just picturing endless floods, Viker, that pull us into the sticky realm.
P, can I try to take a look at it? Like, are there any runes on it, or
Okay. What? The
Something.
cauldron or the ichor or what?
well, the cauldron. There's not gonna be runes on it.
Okay. Yeah, the cauldron. Yeah. Give me an Arcana check as you kind of do a kind of glance over.
That's a 25. Sorry.
Okay.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Hmm?
I was gonna say before, Emilio, if you've got any healing spells left, the sheriff could probably use them. Forgot to mention that with this whole cauldron panic.
The sheriff?
Yes, the sheriff. He's right here. He's unconscious.
Yeah, he's unconscious next to you all.
He will move a little bit closer. Oh. I mean, I guess. This is really boring. Can you just tip it over and we can leave?
No.
But it's making something that like can produce fingers and devour stuff that touches the liquid. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but we don't want to dump it over and let it have free reign.
Also,
mean,
it's hag magic. These hags have been plaguing us for a long time.
It's not been that long. It's been like a week.
That's a long time.
That's not a long time.
Since I have been on land for this long, these damned hags have been making a nuisance of themselves.
I don't think that is the point of what we're doing right now.
I mean, if we're wanting to try and disable the cauldron somehow, and we're not wanting to be like totally stupid and trying to like kick it over, I do have a jar of like, I guess, sort of holy magic dirt that might destabilize the reaction, but
You could give
Okay,
me
this is that. I'm gonna take the sheriff and go.
Okay.
I'm gonna drag
You-
the sheriff by the leg. out of
Okay.
here.
Okay.
You grab him by the leg and you start kind of scooting backwards and you're just making your way out of here.
He grabs him by the leg.
Huh?
He'll cast Cure Wounds when he grabs him by the leg.
Okay. The sheriff's not going to wake up, but he is healed. He is at a higher HP now. And you're just dragging him. Just making sure you're not bonking him too much. Just
Oh, he's not making sure he's bonking.
oh, it's just like
Probably
dunk, dunk,
bonks
dunk,
his
dunk,
head
dunk,
everywhere.
through the rib cage, you know. Dunk, 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 just
He
out
was
Just
the-
making sure
halfway
that
through.
he's not touching the ichor. That's
yeah,
basically.
avoiding the ichor. Okay.
He wakes up halfway through, looks up, and then falls unconscious. Everything above
Yeah,
him.
bonked in the head by some.
What?
Do I get anything from a 25, Pete?
Yeah, as you're kind of taking a good look around it, yeah, there are more modernish runes actually on the cauldron, and it's meant to perpetually, like, once a source of heat ignites and gets it to a certain temperature, it's supposed to hold the temperature for at least a day.
Are these runes carved in or like painted in?
Carved in and
Right.
reinforced by, you know, metal paints. So you can try to scratch them out, but it'll take you forever.
I'm gonna conjure some metal in the shape of a rune and plug one of the runes up, disrupting it.
Okay. How's it gonna hold its place in there?
With my finger.
The cauldron is hot, so do you want to try?
With a stick on the floor or something like that.
Okay.
Or
You
a dagger, I don't know. Just
you-
hold it in place.
conjure a little piece of metal, and that you think will fit in one of the rune shape. And you just kind of quickly, with a stick that you find on the side, and you kind of press it against it. You wait a bit, and when you release it, it doesn't stick. It's not hot enough to actually melt metal onto metal.
Yeah, it says right here at the bottom, tip it over and leave. It's not quite like that, but more or less. It's gonna keep doing this for another 24 hours. Otherwise, you spill the contents, it'll stop.
So the cauldron's just a heat source. It's not actually creating the.
No, and from what I gathered, this thing's probably seeping another plane or something into our reality.
Actually, I was gonna say, Zubrick, can you make me an Arcana check with advantage because you're a Conjuration wizard? Well, if anyone else has Arcana as a proficiency, can make me an Arcana check just as is.
Okay.
23.
23. Okay, Tingle. I mean, what
I'm
Zubrick
really
says might be,
impressed.
you know, you're not sure what to really do, Tingle, but Zubrick, when you were just kind of spouting this thing is, you know, probably a connection to a different plane, you're like, actually, it actually could be. You saw things crawling out when it was big enough in the moat. Not only that, it seems to have some sort of life of its own. There is a chance that this definitely could be, and if that's the case, that's both astounding and semi-terrifying because you don't know what's at the other end of it. You also know these kind of magic is very sensitive to disruption. You know, whatever that they added in here to make this happen most likely can be disrupted by adding additional ingredients. The only thing is it can become violent if done, you know, if you do that. Tipping it over, you're not sure what would happen. It could actually cause the condition to become worse, or maybe it might end. Even with the 23, you're not fully sure.
Right. So I will explain that to everybody. We could try pouring it in and running. Otherwise, this will keep going and it might destroy something valuable with this world or whatnot.
Oh, man, that cauldron could be pretty amazing if we could somehow keep it.
It's a lost cause, Tickle.
Okay, I'm gonna kick it over.
Oh God! Ah!
Let's go.
Away.
Okay.
Ah!
Valsira,
Yeah.
give me a strength check as you're just kind of, because it's a heavy cauldron.
You don't believe in
I-
my strong kicks?
I see my head detective doing it. I'm going to help her.
Okay. You see Valsira going in for the kick. Give me one roll, or one more because Zubrick's helping.
Okay.
I'll say athletics if it's higher. Just tell me the
Yeah, it
proficiency.
is.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So you see Valsira kind of go, all right. And just as you go to kick it, Zubrick, you just see this happening and you help Valsira with an extra boot. You both slam into it with your boot. It topples over, and as it does, you could see a large kind of pool created in the base of the skeletal snake's mouth. You then see it quickly go from just maybe it's okay to probably not, as you see the fingers starting to crawl in omnidirection, not just the upstream, but in a complete, like, in all around the pool, basically reaching out to whatever is around it, clinging onto it, and growing ever bigger.
Well, that's not good.
Let's go.
Right. Zuber's gonna take a quick look around and see where the supports are to this place.
Yeah, you would see them. They're pretty clear. You know, they're along the sides and used as some are angled and such.
I will start walking away fast and firebolting the supports.
Okay.
Yeah, Bloodbeard's already limping away.
Move
As soon as
along.
he saw them going to kick, he's like, "Nope, I'm getting out of here. This is gonna end poorly."
Okay. Luckily, it's not super fast, but it's fast enough to warrant, you know, like, we need to leave. So as you guys start rushing out of there, Zubrik, you're trying to destroy the supports by firebolting as much as you can. You know, Bloodbeard, you're trying to make your way out of there fast enough too. So Zubrik, you're probably going to be the last one with Bloodbeard, and, you know, and trying to stay clear of this. After a few supports are, you know, broken, you could actually see a few, like, some dirt, some rocks starting to kind of break, cave in, and slam down. The only thing is the Icarus kind of crawling its way through most of this. As this is happening, you guys rush out of here, successfully getting out, making your way, seeing the night sky above you, the small trail of, you know, blackened Icarus still kind of crawling itself into the moat, and on the other side you could see a Lauren, Spruce, Clover, Emilio, and everyone else. Soon after destroying a few last remaining supports, the whole thing kind of crumbles in with a loud thud and a few kind of debris kind of flowing past you, but afterwards, quiet.
I made sure to take Znuck.
Yeah, Snuck came with you guys. Also.
Oh yeah.
He's just standing there during a cave-in. Oh, that's interesting.
I'm surprised, even though I said the eye was magical, you never took it.
Yeah,
It's gone now.
it's gone.
The jar with the eye in it.
We didn't even check out that side passage either.
No. Either way, you guys have made it out. The Icar doesn't stop, unfortunately.
But we
I
did our
can't-
job, so we can
I-
leave and this town can be devoured.
I can't believe the pirates had the better idea than the guy with the magic degree. Just knock it over. It'll be fine.
You can't change the past.
Literally,
Hmm.
this is what I was trying to avoid for the past, like, 15 minutes.
We can only correct the future. Let's, we should probably leave, though, like, right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, we should swing by this house that we stopped at earlier, because me and Bloodbeard have to pick up some stuff on the way out of town.
Wait, we're just gonna leave the town?
Oh yeah, we did our job.
Lauren's like, what do you mean? Did everything go all right in there?
No.
Oh, yeah, heck, we did. Great
Nope.
job, great success.
Oh my god.
The Icar is still coming because somebody with a PhD in magic buffoonery was like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll kick this over. It'll be fine."
The captain of the ship that fell unconscious first has no right to talk.
Okay,
The
well,
captain of the ship has plenty of things. He goes down with the ship. I went
Either
down first
way-
to make sure it's safe for the rest of you.
I am good in magics. I have no idea what extraplanar magic this is. This is beyond my capabilities.
As you say that, another kind of like gangly little creature crawls its way out of the Icar, and then like shakes off some of the Icar and then darts off into the swamp.
so
Whatever this-
how is it coming up? Like, what is it? Where is it coming from?
The crumbled entrance to the thing, you could see the Icar still kind of seeping through and into the
Okay.
moat. And the moat is the access that it seems like these little creatures are coming out of.
Either way, Tingle and I need to go limp over and get some crutches from a specific place.
You made food. I mean, it's not
Oh, well,
much.
We'll be right back. I just need to walk this off.
Okay.
Come on, Tingle.
Okay.
Tingle hobbles alongside him, using the immovable rod as a crutch.
Okay.
Okay, so none of you want to stop this ichor?
This is nothing. We can't handle this without it.
I tried to suggest it. Nobody wants to listen to the drunken pirate. Oh, he's just crazy.
Well, clearly you're
was
not
once-
listening to me if you think that I didn't want to stop this.
The cave is collapsed, so we can't even access like the source of all this. So, oh well.
We are nowhere equipped to deal with a threat like this. Not at all.
Bloodbeard's already. However, if he's going 20 feet per 6 seconds, he's already gone.
Yeah, Aloran's
See-
kind of blankly
Yeah.
staring into this kind of tar pit now that used to be the moat around the town. And he's just kind of staring, not knowing what to do.
Yeah, you see Clover try to start like 6 sentences, but like after getting through half a word, just stops and it tries again. You see Clover is just struggling to find a good sentence to say. So what are we supposed to do? Leave? No.
Give
Yeah.
me a quick religion check from Clover.
Ooh, my specialty. 11.
11. Let's see. Let's see. There it is. Okay. You would know within 11 that Elia, goddess of the moon, basically was in charge when everything was kind of in turmoil of covering up whatever can't be fixed. Illusion magicking it, making it harder to find. This unfortunately can't be fixed. Can it be covered up? You're not sure, but that is what the goddess did. A goddess did. Whether you all have the power to do such, to fix it or cover it up, that's up to you, but that story comes into mind. The hags are
Good
gone.
thing I'm not a goddess of the moon.
Lauren, at least he finally says, the hags are gone, right? We're good.
Yes. Should be. If we can't fix this, we'll send word and find people who can.
Well, at least nothing dangerous seems to be coming out of this so far. Whatever this is. And he kind of points to the moat. Maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe it's like an extra protective layer for the town in the future.
We could attempt what Tingle said, putting that holy dirt around here. Maybe that'll help until someone more knowledgeable can come by.
Yeah. At least the hags are gone. I'm gonna let Mina know. You can see he kind of hesitates, quickly turns around. And he's like, I'll come visit Spruce. And kind of trots into town silently.
Well, I feel like what we did here was more of a lateral move. We didn't really help the town.
We just shifted the problem.
Yeah.
There,
We didn't come here to help the town. We came here to figure out why people went missing.
There's a cackle.
I came here to help the town.
By the way, as you guys are talking, there's a cackle.
I slap the heads on my belt.
When you slap the head, you hear a whisper, all of you. Mother was right. You did do it. And then no more.
Why you got heads on your belt?
We have to bring these back or the grung will kill us, so you're not paying attention when we
Oh yeah,
get
that's
back.
true. Okay, well
Snuck is
maybe
looking.
you can wear them on your belt. You'll get an infection that way. You'll die.
I'm wearing
Waist
extra layers.
Wait, what?
Is that a waist infection?
Yeah, somebody's actually died from having like a head attached to their belt. The teeth scraped against their skin, gave him an infection, and he died.
Yep.
Not nude.
Yeah, don't wear it when you're nude. I would.
I don't think he was nude.
Well, if the rest of you want to go back to the town, I'll bring Znuk back to his father and make sure we don't die.
Okay.
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 Do you want healing before you go? In case they, I don't know, hate you?
If you would like.
Alright, last cure wounds. Take it, go. He slaps Zubrik on the ass. Go get him, Tiger.
I did not consent to that.
As all of you are, kind of go your separate ways a bit. Zubrik, you're taking Znuk all the way to his village, right?
Taking my little son home. Let's go.
Yep. Znuk is gonna lead the
First day
way.
of school.
We're gonna. I'll say we can take a break here, but I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit before the break. So basically, Znuk, you take Znuk back. The elder's happy. Takes the heads from you, and you can see that they're getting ready for kind of a celebration. Like, yeah, the hags are gone, kind of deal. As for the townsfolk, whenever first Bloodbeard, Tingle, you guys quickly kind of make your way through the town in the dark, to that house. You find the savings that the family now left behind, truly, and you take it for all it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
And did I give you a value on that before? I don't think
You did, but we didn't. I didn't write it down because we weren't taking it.
Okay, I might have to look back and find it. I did. So that value I'll tell you later, which you all can split, which you two can split. And then the rest of you are doing what? Going to the town? So that the job is done? The people in the tavern?
I'm gonna talk to Spruce before we go back to town.
Yeah, Spruce was kind of getting ready to head out when you kind of stop him.
What? Spruce, are you from up north?
No, I was
No.
born here in the box.
It's not quite common.
I was surprised when I awakened myself. Not many others like me here.
Well, if you ever want to take the trip up north, there are many other of your kind that would be happy to see you.
I'm glad to know. Thank you, little one.
Take care, Spruce.
As he, eventually fades in with the other trees and makes his way further.
Hey, Emilio. Open up my coat pocket. Hand over an orange. What do you want one?
Oh, sure, thanks. How many of those do you have in there?
9 more. I'm gonna take one for myself.
Alright, thanks.
All right. I need to know what everyone else is doing at this point. You technically have completed your job. You were paid for it. And the sheriff, I'll say Oloran took the sheriff to the tavern. So you're right outside one of the gates, pretty much.
Well, time to leave in the dead of night.
That sounds like a bad idea.
And Zubrik's still at the Grung place at Berkeley.
Oh god, never tell me Zubik. Oh god, what am I thinking? I really am concussed.
Wasn't like the second reason we came here was there's an easy way to Pirate Town?
Yes. It's a passage through the mines.
Alright,
Where the Grung are?
I assume so, yes. They might know the way.
Should we just head there?
I mean,
Isn't it night?
It's pitch black night. You guys are tired, probably. By the way,
That would suck.
and Zubrik's the only one not with you right now. It's gonna take another hour for him to get
Oh
back.
god, Zubik went out in this.
He went with Snuck though, so he had company.
He's not gonna come back with Snuck.
Yeah, he left alone.
He might not come
Can
back.
anybody message him? We can just leave him out there for the night and meet him in the morning.
I don't have a way.
I can't send anything like that.
Of course, the only person with a familiar is already the one out there. I got Animal Messenger. I can ritually cast that.
Okay, so you cast Animal Messenger, and
Whatever animal is closest to him.
yeah, I'll say a tiny little sparrow that you see in a tree. You're like, that one, come.
I say, go find the old-looking fuck that is around a bunch of frog people, and tell him to bunker down for the night. We'll come get him in the morning. Don't come back in the middle of the night.
Okay, your description was old looking fuck.
Yeah.
Basically at Berkeley.
Yeah, surrounded by frogs. I'm assuming, there's only one person that's there that's not a frog,
That's
so...
probably true. You have a point. The sparrow? Or I said sparrow, right?
Yes,
I
sparrow.
think I said sparrow, yeah. The sparrow quickly flies off into the night. You don't see it.
Wait, so did you just talk to the bird and the bird's gonna talk to Zubrik?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
that's
all-
pretty crazy. Like, they do not have the throat structure for that kind of thing.
Yeah, it'll probably just, peck him a bunch, make him real mad. Maybe it'll, knock him out for the night. That's how it works. I don't actually know. I've never gotten a message this way.
You've just been talking to animals and having them fly off and go, I don't know if it worked.
Yeah. Didn't have a lot of people to message before this, so...
well, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I'm pretty good to go back to the tavern and just bunker down for the night.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. So you guys all head back to the tavern. And by the time you get there, it's quiet. Many of the people and recipients are asleep, but one person's awake. It's Mina. And that's when we'll pick it up after a quick break.
Alrighty.
All right. Wow. Interesting. I did not know. I did not know that was going to happen. But it happened.
We're gonna go bed bunk with some frog people.
It's true.
Gonna have to curl into a ball to fit into one of their beds.
Zubrik has to try and remember the croak for, can I sleep on the couch?
All
I'm
right.
gonna be right back.
Yeah, break time. So we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
okey-dokey. Let's see what they're doing on the stream.
You see my message, Pete?
Yeah. Yep. Add them to the list, baby. Yeah, you missed a few things down there, I will say. Now that you can't go back. There was quite a bit of, monetary value you left behind.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you
Not much
guys
can
found
do.
a few cool things. What was that?
Not much you can do.
No, I mean, that's the whole point, Spend a whole day coming up with a lot of cool stuff. Things get left behind. It's just, there's nothing you can do as a DM. You just kind of have to go,
You just grab the shit, reskin it, and throw it in later.
Exactly. The thing is, it's super weird items, so it's hard
I'm
to.
sure there will be some weird, shady magic guy that's got like discount.
I could
Like
probably.
Warlock Steve of the great old one with his shitty trinkets of crap.
The eclectic collector, they'll have something. But yeah,
I'm gonna go stand up and walk around. This is the hardest part of my marathon tonight. Is just sitting in this wooden chair for a few hours with the light shining in my face.
I bet, yeah.
Oh my god. I also like earlier I was like, oh my god, look, I'm halfway through. No, I'm not halfway.
Yeah.
I've got a little under 12 hours to go.
Way back in the day, I did I think a 12-hour just playing Kingdom Hearts before.
Mhm.
That was rough. I think I finished.
The variety is easy. It's like this is my challenge of the night. If I can get through D&D.
Oh, I was still working too, so like that's all I could do was max 12 hours before I couldn't.
If I as long as I get through D&D, I've got Deep Rock Galactic after that usually wakes me up. Then I got Monster Hunter at 5 a.m. That'll keep me up, and then I just do Destiny shit for the next 4 hours.
Nice.
Be a piece of cake.
Maybe. I do want to say, I'm sorry, I know you all asked for to be included when you find all these stuff before, like treasures and stuff like that. Like you wanted to at least hear it and you'll act like you did it. With these stuff, since they're a bit weirder, I wanted to keep it separate. So when it is revealed amongst yourself, it would at least be a ooh moment. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, so yeah, that was my reasoning for doing it this time. But yeah, you did finish the arc.
Yay!
You finished the Hag arc, and there was literally only two ways this could have gone, and I'm glad it kind of went down this way, because now something with the whole like prophecy thing that they mentioned and all that did kind of come true.
Damn prophecies.
The strings of fate, all that jazz. I personally think those are just the easiest outcomes that are possible in D&D if a fate is mentioned. And in this case, it was true. Oh yeah, baby.
I will say, if Zuber's staying the night there, he will spend the hours in the morning, like, meditating on those items he picked up.
Oh, trying to attune to them?
Yeah, if it's possible.
Yeah, sure, you could try to attune to them.
Okay. I will. I did take some of the hag's blood in case I forgot to mention it.
I think you did forget to mention it, but I will say you've taken some of the blood, because I know you specified taking the eyes of one of them.
Because I just needed a vial of blood for something.
Yes. For something.
Sorry, that's the total. Someone's checking your bags. Hey, what's this vial of blood for? Something.
It's pretty good. With the ginger. Okay. At least Juno's behaving now. did. Took a little bit, but it worked. Proud. Juno. Behaving.
I still need some healing.
You're probably gonna be taking a long rest pretty soon, so.
Okay.
As for leveling up, you know, I hope everyone did that by now.
Did what?
Yep.
The leveling up stuff.
Yep.
It's funny because we both leveled up and simultaneously sort of ignoring that we've leveled up because we haven't long rested. So it's like, no, we can't do some of the stuff yet.
Yeah.
This is, I think, the longer bit of a stretch of stuff we did before break normally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was wondering, Peter, how much gold was in that bag of gold, or bags of gold, I should say, we got from the sheriff's office? Because I have that in my inventory. It was...
Oh, they were gonna pay you with everything they had, so I think that was like 500. Remember?
Oh, okay. All right, because I remember it was split among.
Yeah, so 500 divided by 6, basically.
Cool. Because I didn't add that to my inventory because I didn't want to.
83 gold, and somebody got 2 extra gold, I think. 1 or 2.
Alrighty. 83.
Let's see.
Which is perfect, because that means I have enough to do a bunch of expensive spells. Oh god. But
Oh.
I'll need that first.
Do you want to know what you missed out on? In the hack.
I say let me not know, because then I don't have to go, oh, I'm such a fool.
Alright. You guys found a lot of stuff, though. A lot of the magical items, none of the mundane shit.
Yeah, that was actually one of my ideas regarding mundane stuff. Using Magic Mouth to basically be a sort of radar for things like that. So it's like, oh, it could detect nearby precious metals. It would depend on, you as DM determining how you wanted the sensitivity and stuff to work, because obviously it's your world. But it's pretty interesting.
I would probably put it at whatever it could linearly see, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, hey, so that's pretty good, because, literally, I did not search for coin.
Yeah, you could just walk through the room with it and be like, hey, these are the visible things that might be worth stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I guess all of you are off to Barter's Bay, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I thought there might be a chance that you all would decide to take the prince back to his home. That's just a chance, I guess.
Nah, he could.
I thought this was his home. Oh.
No, the prince belongs to a one of the vassal states up north that borders between 2 kingdoms.
In this family, we eat
We
the
don't need
rich.
another child.
True. You guys have enough children, adult and
We
otherwise.
also don't have a great track record with dealing with children, so...
Yeah, I'll just killed a kid, and we have Clover and Emilio, and honestly, Zubrick and Bloodbeard and Tingle. Frankly, Valsir is the only one that isn't a child.
Oh no. I think we just proved we're all children after the cauldron kick.
That's true. Valsira kicked
I
over.
don't
Cole.
understand
I
this.
No more children.
I
Violence.
was trying to be decisive
That's true.
because you all were just dinking around so much in the cave and throwing up, and
Let's
it's
have a think tank and figure out how to solve world issues. Fire the guns. All right, Balsira, we'll do that.
someone had to do something.
To be fair, it did get us out of the cave and out of this city.
Yeah. I mean, I only did it because you said it was the only thing to do about it. So
I was still pondering.
That's not the impression you gave me.
I like to think of Zubrik as the guy who presents every idea he has with complete confidence, like, yeah, this'll work, obviously, I came up with it. And then it blows up in his face and he's like, was it my idea that was wrong? No, it was everyone else.
Yeah.
You kicked the cauldron wrong.
Yeah.
Didn't think you'd kick it into the snake. In my head, I'm like, the cauldron's gonna tip into the snake and it's gonna like alive or something like that.
No,
So it was
I didn't
placed-
want to kill you all.
It was
You-
placed precariously at the mouth.
You helped me kick it too, so.
It was like that thing where your buddy's jumping a fence for no reason. You're like, what? Okay.
I don't know. It kind of feels like there wasn't a way to solve this one.
Could have just left it. Maybe 24 hours would have been good.
No.
Could have ziplocked it, you know. Got some cling film.
I mean, that's what I said after I left the cave.
Since it was transmutation, that's what I was thinking, thrown in that dirt that was magical, because that might jack up the magical formula going on inside.
I did say usually, alchemic mixes like that are sensitive to any changes. Surprised no one just threw something in there and see what happened.
I told Allurin, like, maybe sprinkle the holy dirt in there, see what happens. I'm not gonna be there to find out. But fuck that,
Allurin wasn't there. Allurin was already out of the cave.
No, when we were outside and the moat was filling, I'm like, throw the holy dirt in there, and he's like,
Oh.
I'll think about it, and he walked away.
Well, he doesn't have the holy dirt, so.
Yeah.
Let's just say, go get it. Dude just doesn't have dirt on him. You have to go get it.
You're saying you don't carry dirt around with you?
Not in this outfit.
Weirdo.
No dirt, just some pocket sand.
Pocket sand and lots of drugs.
Fair.
Oh god, now I'm wondering if Zubrik had thrown in like some of his magic drugs, if that would have made the portal to be like the magic drug dimension or something. No, I'm serious, guys. Stick your face in this and you get high.
I tried to follow the rules of 3 with the hags, and man, it was hard. Like throughout the whole thing, it became sometimes impossible to do without like really reaching. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it once or twice, but damn. I did create 3 treasures for each of you to find per hag that belonged to each hag. I don't think that fully happened though.
You're so floppy.
Tomorrow morning, we'll get to identify them.
It's true.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna pick my spells. I'll wait till we long rest.
He's a big floof.
Big blue. Good.
Oh, for a second I was kind of imagining us trying to keep going and dig back into the cave to get back to the source, like after it collapsed, and using the tree guy to dig through it, but then he tries to like start digging and gets sucked into a dimensional portal.
Hey, if you all want to test out the theory that it leads somewhere, you could jump into the tar pit for all I care.
Why not simply eat the ichor?
That
It's inside of us,
Yeah.
not on the outside.
exactly. Bring this other planar dimension possibly
We-
directly to you.
We become the portal.
Yeah. Walking,
Everyone
talking.
knows magic spells can't be cast inside the body, so it's never gonna work.
I feel like it'd be
Yeah.
really bad because if it just stayed in your stomach, then you can never eat again and you die from starvation.
It's probably true too.
I can conjure food into my stomach. I don't know about the rest of you.
Can you conjure things into places where you can't see them?
I'll have to cut my stomach open, obviously, but that's why Clover's there.
You would die from septic shock.
Nah, cure wounds.
Get a feeding bag.
Well, that's what cure poison is for.
You know, you could do one of those the things that some of the cows do. You know, where like some people do to cows, where they put a hole into one of their stomachs.
I'm trying to eat chicken right now.
Why do they do that?
For bloating.
Yeah, for bloating and digestion helping.
Oh.
If they eat a wrong diet, they produce too much methane and carbon. They produce too many greenhouse gases.
It's methane that they can't fart out enough.
It's fine. I'm
Basically.
not hungry anymore.
So literally it bloats them, and they'll literally pop and die. So
Oh boy.
the more you know.
What a poorly designed animal.
Just years of domestication at work.
Yeah.
What a poorly designed animal by us.
What?
Yeah.
Delicious. We just had some decent steaks yesterday. I passed out so hard after that steak, though. God damn.
COVID.
Yeah.
Like 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, I passed out for 2 hours, woke up at like 9:30, and then I couldn't go back to sleep until 2, and I hated myself the whole time. I was like,
I've never seen Gia look more impressed than she is right now.
No, I don't care about that. I'm just annoyed about how this turned out.
I could tell the instant that I started describing things, I looked at your face because I always like to see your reaction because you just don't hide it and you're just like, fucking this shit. Why did I do this? Like, why is this happening?
Well, it just didn't feel like there was a way for us to win.
I mean,
I'm sure there was if we dug around. Or do we just let the thing peter out? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I want to take 24 hours.
I mean,
Come
you
back
weren't there
with
though.
Actual spells.
Yeah.
But either way, we are back. So, you all enter the Sleepy Log, the tavern, and still awake. There's a few people that there's not enough room upstairs, so there's a few people just that have made makeshift beds and stuff along the floors of the tavern here. But even in this late of night, Mina's awake, and sees you all enter. Go. So is what Lauren said true?
I don't know what he said, but sure, yes.
That the hags are gone,
I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that also that they affected the moat around the town, and now creatures are coming through it.
Yeah.
Yes, so about that. Don't touch it. The creatures, I don't know, they kind of seem harmless. They seem to like run away from you. We
You'll
couldn't
never have to farm again.
we couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. We'll be sending message out to some more researched people.
Yeah, that the town can't afford.
I have money.
Not that much money, Clover.
I'll get enough money.
I mean, depending on how much of a problem this is, they might just come in and do it for free.
Who?
By how much of
don't
a
know.
problem this is do you mean if everyone here dies in the process?
Yeah, something like that.
Or let's just say blocks any access to the northeastern side of the kingdom?
Something like that.
I'm not trying to be mean, but we came here to help, and this is the most that we can do, and you're expecting a miracle from us.
Yeah, you get him, Clover.
You're not there.
In spirit.
When you say that, give me a persuasion check.
Yes, persuasion. Not perception, was persuasion.
With
There it is.
guidance.
She takes a moment. She lets out a sigh, go, and says, "You're right. hags are gone. You did your
That
job.
is true. There's not going to be any more missing people. Don't have to worry about that. Outside is safe again.
All right. I'm guessing. Did the sheriff manage to pay you all?
Yes. We found the sheriff. He is alive.
Yeah.
He seems to be unconscious.
He's in my place. I asked the Lord to drop him off, so. If I were you, I wouldn't stay too long. Probably as early as dawn break. Leave before you can. I get it. You did your job. I mean, sometimes you trade one problem for another and you're not wrong. Got rid of the hack,
Don't worry,
so
we're
thank
all
you.
frustrated, just as frustrated as you.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a boon for the town. Maybe it'll bring some interest back into this whole place. Maybe some of the nobles will finally find some interest and some help this way. As she says that, all like no insight check needed. Like she's just grasping at straws. All of you, like. As for your rooms, I had to move some of your stuff into one room, but you all can kind of crash there. Everyone else is using up all the other rooms, as you can see.
Thank you.
Like I said, I'd probably leave as early as you can, before sunrise.
Thank you very much.
Well, see you again.
She what's called? She grabs a lantern, a hooded lantern, and brandishes her sickle and walks out of her tavern.
Hey, Mina, before you go,
Yeah.
do you want me to do a reading for you? Maybe we can figure out if things are gonna go well. For the town.
Do I have to be here for the reading?
I mean, that's how I tell you. You don't have to be here.
How about this? Before you leave, just leave me a note in your room. And you need a question, right?
Yeah.
I'll go with is the town gonna be alright?
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'll
go
do
check
it.
out the moat. And she quietly closes the doors not to wake anyone up. And just leaves. You all can tiptoe your way into your room. It's kind of crowded, not enough space on the bed for everyone, but enough for some of you, and others can sleep on the floor. As for Emilio, do you want to do the reading, even without Mina being there?
Yeah, he's gonna pull the cards for curiosity's sake, but he's probably not gonna change his letter.
Oh, you're writing a letter, and you're not going to change whatever. You're going to write whatever you want.
He'll pull the cards first,
Yeah.
just out of curiosity, but he's writing a letter basically just give her false hope because she sounded so sad.
Whether there is hope or not.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's perfect. That's all I wanted to know. Let's shuffle. What kind of reading are you doing?
3 card.
3 card. Let me zoom in then. And I think that's centered on this. Oh. There
For
we
the
go.
3 worst cards to get pulled.
Watch it just be ends in the tower upright.
Oh my god.
We got sword suits and then tower at the end.
The funny thing is watch it be I somehow draw both the towers because the deck has both upright and down, upside down as 2 cards. It's just gonna happen. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Let's go. First one,
Show me the money.
5 of Cups upside down. Second one, Wheel of Fortune upside down. The third one, 5 of Pentacles right side up.
Hey, it's
The wheel of
Bloodbeard.
fortune upside down is really interesting.
Yeah, especially at the center, right?
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
He's still gonna write the note.
Okay.
To really like hopeful and positive, like, oh, it's gonna be hard for a while, but things will work out in the end.
That's
something.
just the letter you're writing, but this is the
Yeah,
reading.
the letter he's writing. I'm gonna read this for my own sake, but he's not gonna tell anybody, so you guys are all hung
Okay.
out to dry.
If you don't mind, can you tell me later?
Sure, I can tell you later.
I would like to know because I want to see if that's what I was going to take this direction as anyways. Because I already have a thing set in mind for if it is or not. All right. Either way, all of you are crammed into one room. It's a bit uncomfortable, but you all fall asleep. With the curtains left drawn, drawn is, yeah, away from the window, right? Or is it the other way?
I think it's. I don't remember.
I don't know.
What? The curtains
I think
are drawn?
curtains.
Yeah.
I think curtains are drawn. They're closed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the opposite. With the curtains, pulled back. Just to make sure you wake up in time at sunlight and leave before the others kind of wake up and start asking questions and finding out what's going on. You all fall asleep. No odd and weird dreams this time. Just it's a bit uneasy falling asleep. But in the end, you all have a long rest. Make sure you roll your hit dice to heal up and such.
Oh my.
And I will say, if remember, you get free hit dice. You can roll for more, but then they will start eating into your hit dice. That's how we do healing.
How many free ones?
You get half your level rounded up for free if you had max hit dice already. And then afterwards,
So how much is half of 4?
5, because you're level 5.
No. How much is half of 5 rounded up 4?
3.
3?
Yes, it's 2.5, so it's 3. You have to speak up. It's not coming through.
I'm just mumbling to myself.
Just disgruntled at the whole scenario. All right. So, after some healing, you all, after some long rest, you all wake up. You could see, I will say you all wake up in time, because you all went to sleep in mind that you should probably wake up early enough. For those with lingering injuries, make sure you take down, the days for healing. You can also, if you are going to have like a long rest, anytime you can ask for additional healing in the specific area to reduce the day by an additional day. So it just doubles up the speed,
Okay.
Otherwise, there is a spell, heal major injuries or heal minor injuries, depending on your injuries, that can help you regain your proper form faster. Either way,
Yeah, Tango Bloodbeard, you don't have a choice. I'm healing you all the time.
Do you even have the juice right now?
that was last night. You would have had to do it.
I didn't have the juice last night.
So basically, this
I
day.
guess I'm gonna test out my experimental flesh regrowth serum. Oh god, I hope I don't get tumors.
Oh no.
All right. So
But one first level slot left, and he used it on a healing spell.
when you all wake up, you're probably groggy and didn't get enough sleep because you went to sleep pretty late. However, long rest is had, and through the window in the distance, you can see the warm light of dawn finally peeking its head. Quickly pack up everything. And yeah, this is where you could take it.
Wander, do you mind holding on to my money?
Why?
I don't have a place to store it.
What have you been doing with it until now?
It's in my bag, but I just don't have a... what do you call them? Coin purses? Coin bags? I don't have one
Yeah.
of those.
Okay.
So it's just like sitting at the bottom of your bag.
All right.
I'll
Sure.
I'll give you 54.
54 gold. Okay.
Okay.
And what I'm actually doing is using my coin bag to put 20 gold in and leave it in the closet so that Mina will find it.
Okay.
With
All
a
right.
note that says from Clover.
Got it.
Okay.
So, Juno, you can't rest there. You're gonna mess up the.
Clover's first lie.
That was
The
that
dark
was.
and slippery slope.
Hey, the Seeker literally warned you about this, so it is possible. The dark path. Either way, you all pack your gear, and I'm guessing you all gonna try to quietly make your way out of town, right?
Yep.
I believe you have a horse in the stable and a cart.
What's in the cart?
Yep.
We're gonna take this through the swamp. To the ground,
mean-
into a cave.
Well,
There's a road to Berksley. I mean, it's probably pretty disrepaired, but it is a road.
I mean, I feel like we might be parting ways with the horse at this point. Like, we could take it to the Grung, but what are the Grung going to do with it? Eat it? That seems a little cruel.
Well, we got it for free, so we can just take it with us into the mine.
I feel like this is a terrible
speak
idea,
up.
but I guess failing all that, maybe Emilio could animal messenger it back to someone and be like, "Hey, I'm your horse now."
Wait, it's not coming through again. Oh, that was Juno's fault. Go ahead.
Let's just leave it with the town. Like,
Oh,
just leave it in their stable.
it has our cart and it has our chest on it.
Oh, well, we'll take our chest, I guess.
Is it-
Okay, if you
Noise.
want to.
It's a
Otherwise,
full.
I think we should.
I don't know how we're gonna get it through.
It's a big enough mine to carry, carts through, so our cart should fit.
Okay, fine.
I mean, look at the horse. It's pretty malnourished. Like, it's not that big. It'd probably fit like a donkey through a mine shaft.
Okay.
Are we not taking our horse anymore?
They don't want to, but
So we have to go through the swamp to the caves, and I don't think this
more-
cart is gonna get through the swamps.
I mean, we might as well try. And like I said, if worse comes to
Okay.
worse, we can't get the horse through the mine. We just have Emilio send it back.
Okay.
So you guys, prepare your cart with the horse. You make your way out to town. As you are making your way out the north gate, you could see a Lorn, actually, out of his home, waiting. And as you make your way past, he kind of gives you a smile and a wave. As the light is hitting the town and you make your way across the moat, you notice that still it's bubbling, but doesn't seem to have gotten any worse. Either way, continue further north, travel your way up to Berksley, where the Grung still have their foothold. When you get close, a few of the Grungs kind of jump out and, start shouting, words that you can't understand. But only a few, like 3 or 4. Unlike the last time where they completely surrounded you with like double the number of people, number of Grung. Instead, they, by the way, I realized that I don't think I showed the cards on stream, so I'm gonna do it now. Those were the cards that Emilio drew. It didn't transition over to him ever. But yeah, as the Grung basically surround you, you hear loud croaking pretty close behind it. This is Knock. He has approached and he kind of gestures you all in, and the rest kind of step aside and let you in. the when you guys get to the entrance of the cave, you could see that there are a lot of, there must have been almost a celebration of sorts in this, within the grung community, as there are a few grungs that seem to kind of be passed out in places that shouldn't have been. They must have had a party of sorts, and near the entrance, kind of focusing on something, and Zubrik, I'll say you did it the other way. What you wanted to do with items, that's the secondary thing. So focusing on, I'll say what you're holding on is all the items that you tried to attune to, none of them attuned. This item is the last one, and it's the silvered skull. Just the upper part, no jaw, and it has these kind of waxy protrusion that seem to ever kind of grow slightly to a certain point. But you notice your allies, horse, cart, and all, arrive. You see some of the elders in the farther back, but otherwise you can see a small group of grung have decided to go. Well, not have decided. They have made their way into the cave. And when you asked what it was, Zubrik, you learned that it was a hunting party. Because that's where they get some of the sources of their food, it seems like. But otherwise, yeah, you all are reunited once more.
Hey, did you get my tweet?
A little birdie did come over, and literally in the voice of Emilio said what
there
Emilio.
was a bird, but the grung shot it down before it even entered the cavern.
Oh, that's what I'm calling tweets now, or birds. I'm calling them tweets.
Right. Well, no. Not too sure why you thought that would be a good
for
idea.
no reason. Like,
No, one of them ate it whole. It was gruesome, to say the least.
that is not the news I wanted this morning. Well, it's a
Not
good
a
thing
liar.
you stayed here because the tweet was about you staying here.
Oh well, I guess everything worked out in the end.
Not for the bird.
Matter of collection business. I found some items on the hags. Not too sure what they do. Could be beneficial.
I can look at him for you, Zubrik.
That's what I was hoping you would say. And I'll take out all the items, and I guess we're on the cart at this point. I'll put them on the cart.
Okay.
Skull, a conch, some other gross stuff.
Okay.
So I believe the things you found were the large conch with a spherical stopper. Actually, that's something that Tingle found. A silver skull, and I think that was it.
Some bones with engravings and runes.
That's true. You found a few of those that were not complete.
Okay. So we got conch, silvered skull, and engraved bones.
And then I found some stuff too.
Tingle will pull out a stone that might move in his hand as he's holding it a little bit.
No, it
And
doesn't move. Not
It's
in-
a stone that Tingle swears does move, and a shrunken dwarf head.
It's true. That's still
With
in
all
a
the
tangled
heads.
mass of hair.
Well, I figured the hags are just freaks.
Yeah. Ugh. That's a
Well,
little gruesome.
it'll be even less gruesome once we know what their purpose is. Because if you identify something, that's not as gross. So, ritual casting identified.
Okay. So you all are gonna kind of take some time at Berksley hanging out with the grung as this happens.
Yep.
Okay.
Hour total.
So quickly going down the list, the blackened silvered skull seems to have an oddly perpetually oozing mixture of wax, tar, and bits of foreign substances that seem to seep out of the eyes, nose, and temples. There is an engraving of an ancient glyph on its forehead. If you learn, let me just do this now. Boop.
Well,
And
let's see what this printed out scroll says about the skull.
I will say all
Does
players.
your scrolls come out like a fax machine?
Yeah.
That loud whirring noise when
Okay.
Inside, you see a tiny mechanical spider with a quill pen writing them really fast.
So this is the ears, nose, no evil. That's what it's called. Ears, nose, no evil. It is the black and silver skull with an engraving of the ancient glyph. If the stuffed objects that are sticking out of near its temple are lit, the glyph starts to glow, and a 30-foot area of a silence bubble creates a 30-foot area of a silence bubble
We knew this last night.
where any sound made in the bubble cannot be heard outside of the bubble. This bubble lasts for 30 minutes and cannot be put out by normal means. The skull takes 1d6 days for the buildup of the material to come back to be lit properly again, which then it could be used in a similar manner. So yeah.
Oh, man.
that's cool.
This is really handy, but make sure you don't touch the rocks on the sides of the hangers later, because I'm pretty sure it might be a little bit poisonous.
All right. As for the next thing is the shrunken dwarven head. Let me just do this. All players, and show. It is a
What the fuck?
yep. It's old dwarven shrunken head, and if you pull on its beard, it will scream, "Ah, leave me bloody beard alone," very loudly. And those within 10 feet of the head, when it's pulled, must make a DC 12 con save or be deafened until the next turn. So only 6 seconds of deafen, but yeah. It's basically a weird toy.
Is that an action to pull it or a bonus action?
It's a bonus action to pull it.
Cool.
Does it affect the person who pulls it?
Basically, if you have it easily available, yes. If you're near 10 feet of it, you have a chance at going deaf for 6 seconds. Yep. The next thing is the Rolling Stone that Tingle said apparently is really a Rolling Stone, and it is this. I don't have a pic. Oh, I should have a picture for it. I picked out a Dordongo for it. Oh, what happened to the picture? Damn it, I lost the picture. I found a nice picture of a Dordongo. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's pretty cool. It is a smooth stone that seems like any other rock. However, it's spherical, and if it's dropped on the ground, it will roll by itself in the nearest direction to fresh water at the pace of 20 feet per second.
Jesus.
Well, not per second. It's supposed to be per round.
Okay.
Fucking
Get out of the way,
bullet.
hungry guy!
120 feet.
Yeah,
around.
sorry, it was supposed to be per 6 seconds. I will fix that later.
Wow, this is really handy.
It's a good survival
My
tool.
ability, Rolling Stone.
For some reason, it just feels like setting a B-blade on somebody. B-blade on somebody.
Yeah.
Let it rip. Just fucking
Oh no.
launching it at someone.
I saw an image, I think it was from Wish, involving Beyblades, but I don't think I can share it in proper company. Anyway.
I believe the last two things you found were, I know you didn't mention it, but did you purposely not mention it, Dylan?
What?
The smaller
conch?
conch and the bigger conch?
No, I said that.
Okay.
Yeah, the conch and the sphere.
Okay. The smaller conch, it's a pretty little thing. Size about a 50-cent piece, so maybe like an inch in diameter. Maybe an inch and a half, and it is the Whisper Conch. Whispering into the conch and a name can hold a singular message for a person when they put it to their ear. That's all it does.
Is this the conch we found in the water? Or
No,
is
this was a tiny little one that Zubrik found on the side. Yeah, little pearlescent looking conch with what looks like pearls growing on its side, as well as finally, the conch itself that you have found isn't magical, the large one. However, the stopper is, and the stopper, or whatever is being used as a stopper, is an urchin trap. Upon touching the sphere, the urchin trap, the sphere causes spikes to grow out in 1d6, dealing 1d6 piercing damage to anyone that touches it. And the person affected must make a DC con save. On a failure, takes an additional 2d6 poison and becomes feared of anything spherical or circular. So yeah, basically making them want to move, making them feared of the object itself, and becomes mundane and useless afterwards until it is, resubmerged in some water. So yeah, that is. Those are the things you found.
And
What
you
about
buy
the
it.
bones that Zubert handed me?
Oh, pizza, they weren't complete. Like, there weren't anything.
Yeah, they
Oh.
don't actually, like, they're not complete runes or anything. So maybe they might be useful for material use if you're trying to like do some fortune telling stuff, like reading bones and stuff like that, but you're not fully sure.
Okay.
But those were the
Pretty handy
5.
if you ever need yourself a pep-up message in the morning.
You can remember, it's a whisper that will hold a message for only the individual you whispered it for, because you have to say their name.
Bloodbeard, you're an idiot.
I just imagine like Bloodbeard be like, "You're a little bitch." Just like the little random birds. It's like, oh, what? What's that magic conch? Oh, it's for you.
But yeah, I hope you enjoy those odd magical items.
I like them.
Yeah, they seem like Tingle kind of items.
I feel like I could use that dwarf head for like good use if I just like wrap its hair like to like my belt and just run around with like a cod piece and just like yank on it as a bonus action.
Yeah, I was gonna just about to ask, who is going to take what?
The only item I'm interested in is the Rolling Stone.
Okay.
Okay, no objections.
Nope.
By the way, none of these items require attunement. They're all wondrous items.
Bloodbeard's taking the head.
I mean, I feel like I could use that as like a loud noise type bomber, but I really actually like the little whisper conch. It reminds me of the sea.
Sure, you can have it. Here you go.
Thanks. Did you already do something to it? Should I listen?
No, just make sure the hags haven't put a message in there for you or something.
I'm not that stupid. Actually, you know what? I could just find out.
You're an idiot.
Excellent news, Subrick.
Sorry, the grung's probably very hard. I'm still coming down.
All right, there's still the shrunken dwarven head, the ears knows no evil, and urchin trap.
I'm not holding on to that head.
All my spells are verbal, so no, I'm not taking that shrunken head.
It deafens you. It doesn't make you mute.
I thought it silenced you.
No.
Oh no, I'm talking about
the
the
skull.
skull.
Yeah, the skull. No.
I'll
The skull makes a silence bubble, where things can be heard inside the bubble, but no sound escapes the bubble.
Oh.
It's not a silent spell. It's a basically stop sound after a certain radius.
Well,
That's an
I'll
action.
put it if I can, because these gauntlets are pretty loud.
Yeah, that actually might have really well for sneaking.
Yeah, that would be a very good thing for sneaking.
Sure, take it.
Alrighty.
Okay, so you're gonna take the ears knows no evil,
Indeed.
and go gets that. Okay.
Who wants the urchin trap?
The urchin trap is still in the conch shell, like the large conch shell, so you have to remove it if you want to take it.
Well, we could just carry it in the conch shell.
That's
'cause it
true.
was submerged in water.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's not submerged in water anymore, but yeah.
Yes, but once it comes out of the water, it's reactivated until it stabs someone.
No, it basically reactivates when it touches water again. So like, it was already
It's
armed to
water.
begin with. When
And
you
it's
when it
still
was,
armed, we're
it's still
assuming.
armed. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like that is a recipe for disaster for myself. Who's good at laying traps? There's got to be. I feel like this is like a ranger thing.
Yes, I think it's kind of creepy, but sure.
I
guess
mean, maybe Emilio, you do sneaky stuff sometimes.
No.
How do I deactivate it?
Don't. It's still activated. Just keep it in the conch.
If you touch it, it will like basically puff out in spikes.
But it has.
It's
How do I use it?
you're not sure.
Well, I don't.
You could just grab the conch and then smack somebody with the spiky ball.
A conch shank.
No thanks. Why don't we give it to Snuck?
What?
What now?
This is really cool.
I don't. Then you take it.
We'll keep it in the chest for now.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could take it.
I don't understand how to use it, and I don't really want to carry something around that could poison me at any time if I touch it wrong.
Well,
That
I
is
mean,
fair.
if you pay me, I'll activate it on myself, and you don't have to worry about it until you submerge it in water.
No thanks.
She thought
It was
about
worth a shot. It was worth a shot.
Yeah, put it in the thing.
Yeah. So you
Wow.
put it away in the. What do you remember the password for the?
It's Cookie.
Yes. I believe it was Cookie.
Yep. After the guy's dog.
And finally, the shrunken dwarven head. Anyone? Any takers?
Absolutely not.
No.
If you don't want it, Bloodbeat, or if you want it, you can take it. Otherwise, I'll just put it in my bag.
I'll hold on to it. It might end up being useful. Like I said, I could just strap it onto my belt, run around, and just start yanking the beard and really kind of cause some havoc.
Huh?
Do you know what he sounds like?
I don't know. I guess I could go like 10 feet over that way and try.
Okay.
Do it.
All right, I'm going to do it. Bloodbeard is gonna walk over away, like safely away from the group, just holding the dwarf, and just give his beard a pull.
Yeah. You give the beard a pull. It goes. Ah! Leave me bloody beard alone. And it make a con save.
17.
You're fine.
You
It was
think
loud.
a pirate? It sounds similar to you.
You know, I feel a little bit of a kinship with this head.
All right.
It's like a long lost brother.
I guess maybe before the bloodline was tainted.
Hey. That's,
What?
That's offensive.
I mean, it's true. It's not a bad thing. It just is.
To be tainted?
By infernal forces, yes. I mean, it doesn't mean we're evil. That would be offensive.
I think that we got a bonus.
Oh, I agree. This is totally a bonus. I can talk really loud for no reason.
And we pulled out a bunch of flaming logs from fires.
I actually meant to ask you, Wanderer. What is your lineage?
I'm not
this
sure I
again.
ever chose that.
I believe it's the normal
Yeah, just
Infernal.
normal, I
Most-
think. Yeah.
I'm normal.
Asmodeus.
That's offensive.
Asmodeus, I think, is the normal one, though. The
That's
most
the-
common one.
The most
Most
common,
common, yes.
Yes.
typical one.
Shall we travel through the caverns now?
Yeah, I think so.
As
Juno.
making mischief, like always. All right.
Juno,
So
say something.
she's really quiet normally.
No, I mean,
No, well, we can't get her to say anything. She'll just yell at us a lot of times, but it's
She's
random.
very talkative, but not when you want her to be.
Never when you want her to be.
She's right at the mic. It would be perfect.
I know. Juno.
Cursed cats.
There we
you
go.
Cutie.
All right. So you guys make your way into the caves. The tracks kind of guiding your way. You could see some of the ground kind of give you, line up and watch you leave. Some of them giving a nice kind of friendly goodbye as you make your way into the Starfield mine. First, the tracks, they're quite easy to follow. Then the ground starts to get a bit rougher around. You could see not soon after traveling, the hunting party that left about an hour ago comes back. They seem to have what looks like a burlap sack, not a net, but a burlap sack that seemed semi-full and somewhat wriggling with things. As you pass them, some of them kind of nod and some of them give you a little wave, and you all make your way deeper into the caves.
How much of a party were you at, Zubrik? They're like way friendlier today.
There's actually a lot more than we witnessed the first time we were in the cave. It's like a hive in there.
Oh wow.
As you make your way further and further into the cave, though, one thing is a bit blatantly obvious, becoming a little more narrower. And as you go deeper, you see little speckles. As the darkness kind of envelops you, you see little speckles of that shine, and of veins that shine or refract light, almost like stars in here. But it is becoming narrow enough to the point where the cart might have trouble starting to turn around.
We ever find out what this mine was for?
No.
You could always examine the veins and see what you see.
No, I can't tell the difference between gold and silver.
Precious metals?
Tingle will examine one.
Yeah.
Wait,
He'll go the full 9 yards and cast Identify on one of the glowing
I
things.
will light a torch so you can actually see the color instead of it being
okay.
grayscale.
When you go nearby to very small flecks of vein where basically it would not be worth mining for, they look opalescent in color, multicolored, little speckles of shining bits. Yeah.
Well, it's pretty shiny, but what does my Identify spell release, to my
It's opal.
knowledge? Oh.
But very, very, very small bits of it here.
Well, it looks like there's just flecks of opal, like, throughout this entire mine. Hey, if we get lucky, we might find some more.
All right.
Does
So
anyone know where we're going, by the way? Are we just traveling until we find something?
Well, the Grun pointed me down this direction when I asked them which direction to go. Said to follow these tunnels.
Okay.
I wouldn't blindly lead us in here without any instruction.
I would. That's why I'm asking, so we don't.
the one thing you would notice, though, as you're making your way deeper, is that every once in a while something kind of catches your face. A web or two, just kind of like, that cling onto your hair, or that like floating spider web that hits your face when you're outside. Sometimes you're like, God damn it, like that. As you make your way deeper, at this point, the cart would literally have to do a reverse to back out. There's no way to just turn the cart around.
Well, I hope we can find a way forward, because, yep.
You all continue even forward more, and you could see that there is a large enough opening where a few mine carts are laid out, still just kind of abandoned on these tracks that can rotate and connect to one another to the main track that goes further into the cave. This is probably the last point where the cart could probably turn around comfortably. Otherwise, the cave gets narrower even still. The mines get narrow even still.
Well, are we gonna take the horse and chest and just leave the cart here?
I guess so.
Or
Yeah.
should we check out ahead and see if we're going the right direction, then come back for the horse and chest?
Oh, I don't want to leave my chest behind.
I don't want to
Okay.
leave the horse behind.
Okay.
Maybe some of us can just stay behind and then you guys can come back.
Well, that's what happens when you stay behind and then we come back and we find you like rat not on corpse because, you know, you got ambushed in the dark while we were all gone.
Oh, I really don't want to die underground. Alright, let's just take the horse and the chest with us. We'll be fine.
Let's do it.
I caught one of the dice that was falling off my table. Still got the reaction time, baby.
Nice. Holy shit.
It's like that was a rocks fall, everybody dies number of dice.
Yeah.
It was 4. They just sound like a lot more because they're metal. I'm sure I dented my desk though. Either way, so you guys decide to take the horse, leave the cart here for now, and see what you find. So as I want to know who's leading, because it's getting narrow enough, especially with the horse, that it's going to, you know, I just want to know who's leading, who's in the back, you know.
Emilio will probably be in the back, I guess, with the horse.
Okay, you're leading the horse from the back. Got it.
Want to know some fun stuff, guys? Aid level 3. Everyone gets 10 HP.
Ooh.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Gotta get that, you know, up that maximum HP.
I'm almost at half of 100. Hey.
God damn.
Oh.
I've passed it. God. I've done it.
Okay.
You have become the beef.
Everyone's beefy now.
And you all make your way deeper, but I need to know who's leading right now, because I only know the end.
I can be like second from the front.
Second from the front is Tingle.
I'll be in front of the horse.
Okay, so you're basically at the back with Emilio. Zubrik is.
I mean, I guess it would make more sense to have me near the front. Wanderer, do you want front or should I?
No, things don't seem to work out too well when I take the lead, so.
All right, I'll take the lead. Just
Good one.
keep a. I gotta switch back to my chainmail. Sorry, I always switch into hide armor whenever I sleep, and I always forget to switch. Actually, click on the chainmail back.
Clover, are you chilling with me again?
Sure.
Alright.
Okay, so basically Bloodbeard, Tingle, Valsira, Clover, Zubrik, Emilio. The horse is with Emilio.
Did we ever name the horse?
I think you
No.
did, but I forgot.
Well, the name doesn't matter. Because we don't care about it at all, except for its use to us.
I mean, it's pretty useful.
His name is Apples.
We just.
Okay.
Alright.
Apples is it.
Oh, while we're down here, does anyone want an orange?
Where did it come from? Did you grow it?
No. I bought them.
Clover, you have a torch lit, right?
Yeah.
As you're walking further and further, you see things skittering away. They kind of look like insectoid, maybe, you know, spiders. The webs are kind of a clue as they kind of skitter into the dark corners, avoiding the light as you're handing out an orange. Your allies.
All right, I'll have an orange.
Quite good.
Why the sudden orange offer, Clover?
I mean, they don't last forever.
Okay, sure, I'll take one.
I just hand an orange out to everyone. There's more where that comes from.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of citruses myself, personally.
Bacon flavored fruit.
You guys would get to after continuing to traverse deeper and deeper, you guys get to what look like where the mine splits off a few times. There is a 3 kind of diversion, but they don't seem to kind of split wildly. They just kind of split a bit and then they kind of go straight, most of them, all 3 of them at least. So is there one you choose, or you just doesn't matter?
Is there any one that has like different smell? I guess maybe that's a way we can see if there's one with.
We smell receipt.
Yeah.
Only 2 of them have tracks. The other one seems to have like kind of wooden stepways to help with footing, but that's about it.
You said there's
Emilio.
3 paths?
There's 3 paths that seem to go relatively straight for now.
Well, it could give us some light on each of them, and we could get a preview of what goes each way.
I mean, Emilio, if you could just do that thing.
What thing?
I don't know, your talk to the spirits or whatever the hell you do.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but unfortunately it's kind of a good idea, bad idea situation, and there's 3 paths.
Well, you'd be like, is it a good idea to go down this way if we're looking to get to Barteris Bay? Is it a good idea to go down this way to get to Barteris Bay? Is it a good idea to go down this way?
I don't have that many spells!
Oh, you don't get 3?
No, I only have 2.
Oh.
Okay, well, alright. I'm gonna do it for 1. We'll just see how it goes. He's gonna move a little further back, maybe behind the horse.
Okay.
Pull out his star map.
Yep.
To cast augury.
And you all would be able to see this now, right? Because you guys are kind of facing Emilio, waiting, right? As Emilio
Does that
does.
light up the room?
He's got it close to his chest.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's gonna light up the thing. Like you guys, like
His tattoo will light up, but his star map is.
yeah. So you all would see kind of spots on Emilio's back light up through the clothing, and Emilio casts augury. What is your question?
If we go down the middle path, is that going to take us to what's the name of that pirate town again?
Barteris Bay.
Barteris Bay.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay. That was easy. He brightens up a little bit. All right, middle path.
Okay. So you go down the middle path. So you all decide to go down the middle path, and as you do, the path is like not completely, but there's a lot of spider webs, so I
just pass the torch to whoever's in front.
yeah, it's kind of like burning away, cutting away at the webs with the heat and such. You all kind of make your way through this narrow middle path. The horse seems a bit uneasy, and it starts to wind and twist just a little bit here and there. And again, you can still see the kind of little bits of sparkling in the earth, but which makes it look pretty. But in the distance, you can now hear a stream in front of you. As the area kind of opens up, you notice there's like a small tunnel to your left, and a short distance away is another kind of tunnel that's parallel to the one that you're going through. And you also notice that there's another tunnel that kind of connected to the right now in a similar fashion. And right in front of you is another kind of switching spot for for carts, where they can kind of be rotated and pushed to another line and such. And in the distance, through the darkness, you all can see a bridge, a chasm, and what look like large amounts of web that's just kind of coating a lot of the area.
Large amounts of what?
Web.
Well, I'm gonna make some glowing rocks because I don't want to be in the dark in this.
Can you throw one down?
Yeah, totally.
When you approach the chasm and you just kind of throw it down, you hear the water. You don't see it because of the webs. When you throw it down, you hear the rock fall for a bit and kind of tear through some of the webbing. Then it just goes silent. It never made it down.
So, I won't say it's a certainty, but we're probably gonna be seeing like some horrifically mutated cave monster spiders.
Right.
When that happens, when you start talking pretty loudly to everyone, the ceiling here goes quite high, like to the point where the torchlight doesn't really reach. You can still see the speckles of light, but you all of a sudden see like these kind of teardrops drop from the ceiling, like a curtain of them, like a lot of them in front of you, dangle, drop all around you and in front of you, mostly in front of you, but even some around you. As they're glowing, they're pretty, they give off a nice sweet little scent, but otherwise,
In this place.
and this is actually where I was hoping we can end the session, if all of you are okay with that.
That's fine with me.
All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed. I know that was more of a shorter session than normal, but I was really busy with homework. This was
That's
as
fine
much
with
as
me.
I could come up with.
This is a good place to end.
Well, I'm glad. And we'll probably pick up with that, the whole situation next time. So who wants to do the recap next time?
I can. I was taking notes.
All right. Now, Valsera, you have the recap. Thank you. And we'll be back in 1 week, hopefully. Things are, kind of ramping up on my end, so hopefully.
Alrighty.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you all for playing. If you have anything, any thoughts, criticisms, ideas that you have, send them my way. Say it to me whenever you want. I will try to see what I could do. Hey, Juno. But yeah, thank you very much. We were Roll Call, and we'll be back hopefully in 1 week.
Of course.
Goodbye, everyone.
I would say, and if you're willing to stick around, I'm gonna be streaming until
Yeah, I mean,
another 10 hours.
put it in the Discord. Let
I
people-
will link it.
If any of you, want to send me thoughts, criticisms, or whatnot, now's the time to do it. Let me know what I did, or annoyingly or bad or good, whatnot, all that stuff. But yeah, otherwise, if any of you want to play some games, I'm still down. Woke up a little late today.
You want to say?
Ian on his thing, so
Yeah, I would say I allocated another half hour, so we could probably drop in on Corinne and see what the hell she's doing.
oh, already.
I believe I actually might have just hit whatchamacallit. I think I hit whatchamacallit, fucking affiliate. So I'm doing the onboarding for that right now.
No.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.